Hello. We are live again after a flurry of technical issues this morning. Hello. It's been a minute since we've had our Kingslayers game, but me and Raf saw you all yesterday. Welcome back to the Kingslayers game. I hope none of the players have looked at the episode title because don't worry about it. Last we left off, the party was making their way to Zakir, aboard the Golden Gull with Captain Troon and Annie Tari, the first mate. They've had one day and one night of travel so far, where pleasant dreams and fun dinners were had for all. JK, Lamau, Daria, get wrecked. But don't worry, I see you and I will get to you today. Yeah, that's me now. And for you, it's Pog. For you, it's Pog. We all have our thing. No, you can't. What's that emote you did for Josh most recently? Huff that copium. Last we left off, as I said, the party was making their way to Zakir. We take up just in the afternoon of day 2. It is up to the party what you so wish to do. As you AJ, did you say there's no sound from the players? I'm gonna kill myself. 1 second. That is so on brand. Enjoy an intermission screen. So that might fix it. Someone yelled obscenities at me.
That's
it. Thank you. That picked it up.
I can still scream fuck if you need. It's fine.
So, as I was saying, we left off as you guys set sail for Zakir. You're day 2, and it is your chance to move aboard the Golden Gull on your second day. Do whatever you so wish to do before we get more technical issues that just take out the entire stream.
It's on site today.
What time is it right now? Because we had some things we did. We also talked to Merc.
It's about 2 o'clock.
Jumbo. 2 o'clock.
2 p.m.
Okay, right, because Merc had just finished the Legend Lore, right?
Mm-hmm.
At this stage? Okay.
I had my talk with Annie Tari last night, right?
Yes.
After the dinner, yep.
I just wanted to make sure.
So it's before dinner of the second day. You've got a few hours before that, and then you've got a night's sleep and then a half day's travel before you get there on the next day.
And just to make sure, I did my alchemy for this day, yes?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. So the only thing I have left to do this day is I want to talk to Cal.
Ooh.
Okay, once you don't say Mercestial, you can do that.
Okay, so what would you do in the afternoon times?
I would say Cal would probably be somewhere that's relatively peaceful and just with his book out, just sort of writing down notes and just coughing around, being a nerd.
Oh, also, I know I might be just making Des uninstall on live right now, but is there supposed to be music?
I can hear it.
There is on my end.
It might
Sweet.
be roll 20 on your
Fuck
end.
me, I guess.
There
I'm
is for
gonna
stream as
reload
well.
later. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
No, I'll just restart the track because I'd say when you're reloading it probably fucked up. So
Okay.
Today.
Calicinda, I have a question for you.
Of course.
You know of magic connected to dreams, so I was wondering if someone sends a dream your way or maybe a nightmare, and you try to engage with them inside that dream, would they hear you?
No, that depends. I mean, if it's depends on the manner of the dream. I mean, if it's through the spell, the dream, then yes, that is a direct connection between the two of you, or rather between a messenger and the recipient of it. But you are able to interact through that. However, I mean, through the dreams like I have to my patron, or that Anna used to have, the voices are not quite so heard. So it depends what exactly you're talking about. Raina did tell us about the.
Yes.
It was actually a dream. In regards to the message you received last night, I would say that seems like a through the use of the dream spell, which anything you said in that would have been received on the other end.
All right. And just to check, if someone wants to fight me in the dream, if you
Right.
die in the dream, do you die in real life?
Cassandra, roll me an Arcana check.
Sure. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, that is 25.
Not with that spell, but if they have higher level magics that can pull you into the land of sleepless dreams, yeah, your body will be like an empty husk.
Right, I mean, through the use of the spell that happened there, no. You can't be killed in it. However, if they have a means of taking you to the land of sleepless dreams, the plane of dreams, you can be killed there, or rather, your spiritual form and essence, your soul, can be killed, which will leave your physical self devoid of, well, all of that. Leaving you as good as dead.
I don't really know much about different planes of existence. This land of dreams, you say? What is it?
Des.
Roll me an Arcana. No, let's make this a history
How
check.
much? Because I've mentioned it before, but like not in too much detail. So I'm curious how much I know. History check. That is 12 plus 9, so 21.
Yeah, you know a decent bit. You know it's the kind of the philosophical question: where do we go when we sleep? There's an actual answer in Quintus. There is Zarthel. It's land where all souls go when they dream. Now, most people it's just minor, and it's a small little area where their dreams manifest. But there's specifically strong or powerful souls, creatures of strong and nefarious nature may come and go, yo, what up, nice body, and try and take it.
Yeah. In essence, it's where people go when they dream across all realms and planes. It's where they go. It's where, when we're asleep and nightmares, dreams, whatever they may be, where our souls, our spiritual forms, shift to. It can be dangerous. There are creatures there, just like there are creatures on our plane here, that would seek harm to anyone that comes their way of worthy enough. However, I mean, by saying that, most people, when they dream, do not cause enough attention. But of course, if it's a large enough individual, or I don't know exactly the specifics of it, but some cases, they can grab their attention.
And that's where your patron talks to you.
I imagine so.
Does he live there?
No. But it is a means of communication. Anyone that communicates through dreams and any visions while you're asleep or anything of that manner. It's all done through the land of sleepless dreams, using it as a conduit, if you will, to connect to the mind of the sleeper.
Okay. So you do know where your patron lives, it's just not on the dream plane.
Well, I do not know exactly where they lie, but their physical form, as is known, is shattered. However, their spiritual form, I do not know exactly. Their
I see.
godly form, if you will.
And as you are a frequent visitor, I imagine, how do you protect yourself from those creatures?
Faith. And
But actually,
no, that's what it comes down to. There is no. It's very difficult to protect oneself in the land of sleepless dreams unless you are. I don't know. Imagine me, there are some people out there who have perfected the means of doing so, but as far as I've looked into, there is no proven means of protecting oneself. It depends. I mean, if you're making contact with a powerful enough being, they can shield you. They can offer you some manner of protection. But whether or not that is actually enough, well, that's a bit more up in the air.
that's
So in
kind
that
of fun.
essence, it is. It is entirely fucked. It is not a pleasant place.
If I knew that growing up, I would just not sleep then. I think that's easier. One time I went a week without sleep.
And to be without. I mean, I suppose that's. I want to say that's fair, but it's probably not. That's strange. I mean, as far as I'm aware, for most people going without a week without sleep, that would be quite difficult.
I mean, it wasn't pleasant, but there was a period where I was experimenting with what I can do.
Right. And how were you after the week?
Quite jumpy. Yeah. Quite
Lots of
jumpy.
coffee?
Coffee? No, I don't rely on substances.
Right.
I'm not Zamani.
Why the unnecessary shade?
You're not there.
I'm not, but damn.
Right. I mean,
But no.
fair enough. Unfortunately, that's the issue of the land of sleepless dreams. We don't really have a means of not going there. It's not like other planes like Osiris or Zarkoved. I mean, you can choose not exactly to go there, but no, it's sadly somewhere that we all end up.
All right. Well, thank you, Cal. This is useful information.
If I learn anything else along the way about it, I'll make sure to tell you. It's funny,
Thank you.
Anna actually asked me a similar question before in the past.
Does she also struggle with nightmares?
She used to. I don't know with Celelio not in the picture if she's quite afflicted by them.
Okay. Well, that's good. Good sleep is base for good mental health.
Of course.
All right. And Rainier will go back to her alchemy.
Anything anyone else wishes to do?
Not really.
We can go to the dinner then. If when the evening comes, who would like to accompany the dinner with Captain Troon and Annie Tari?
Yeah. Gotta keep up appearances.
Last time it was me, Kel, and Merc, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'll probably at some point, since Anna stayed out because of Rainier this time, I'll probably go to Anna and be like, "Hey, are you guys coming to dinner?" Or
Yeah, I don't plan on going. I don't really
the
feel there's a
food
need
is
for
pretty
me.
good.
That is, yeah, being a captain of the ship, I would expect them to be pretty well fed, but I don't know, I'm happy not being a part of it.
Okay, I mean that's fine. Jordan doesn't speak common super well, I think. So it's mostly just kind of chatting with Anatari.
We'll have fun.
Okay. Just wanted to invite you.
Just Anna and Rainier in a room sitting together, just shutting the door. Hand them some money.
Yep. No, but actually, Rainier will spend like 3 whole hours preparing for sleep because she doesn't know if something will or will not happen. So she's essentially like having 5 hours of meditation a day now to be mentally prepared.
Anna, for the period of this, is just going to walk the ship. Just chill.
Yeah, it's actually nice seabury say. It's very good weather, very good conditions for sailing. So, Zamali and Calisander, and I assume Orchestial would have gone to the dinner. If there's any you wish to discuss with Captain Trune or Anitari, you can do so. If not, we can get to the night's events.
This is the prime opportunity to say about all the awkward and embarrassing stories about Merc without her being able to stop you. So go wild.
No, I mean, probably just polite chit chat and asking about news from various parts of the world. But nothing in particular.
So, the dinner is pleasant, the food is good. Night comes for you all. You all bed down for the night. Sleep comes first to a few of you. And the rocking of the ship. It's something to get used to. However, Alicindir. Dreams you've had before. One you never like to experience much. An island adrift to the northwest shores of the landmass that is Quenthos. A large ceremonial altar. 2 giant swords made of ice with chains connected to them. A being you can never quite make out. Chained upon it. Ritual to take place. One most people just refer to as the Shattering, but it is a nightly death for you as you experience this. The world itself, in your dreams, reality breaks. And as it cracks and shifts, the mental strain is much harder tonight. Anna. Your eyes open, blurry in your dreams, a large pillar of ice in front of you. You see beside you Zamani. As your eyes open, a large pillar of ice in front of you. Merkestiel and Rainier, as your eyes open, you see this altar ceremonial with Calicindir, eyes rolling into the back of his head with just stars flitting through. As the screams of torment come through, the large axe comes with a swing of a Jotun. As the shatter comes through, let's put you guys on the map as this is happening. As humming from Calicindir, a rush of smoke, the madness taking personification. Can I have all of you roll initiative as let's see what happens in this night of nightmares.
It does. Could you do
Yeah.
a quick restart of the music? I'm not getting the crunchy ASMR everyone's gloating about.
A crunch. Also, can someone tell me what the shattering means here?
That's
Is
when the
it a
dying god
physical
got
object?
killed.
No, you said like the shattering comes down or whatever. What does that mean?
It's a brief moment of the ritual that took place when Egregi, Saint of Giants, killed the dying god. The axe used is named the Shattering.
Ah, it's the axe. I see.
So, let's get this. Is going to be scuffed as shit for Battle Night. I'm going to have to fix cameras. But give me 1 second and I will. As you all can begin to panic as this goes on.
Yep.
Panic? Don't presume such things. Rainier's ready. She just learned about the plane of dreams. She's like, aha!
So this is what Cal was talking about. I'm ready
Yep,
for
so
it.
this is it.
Let's go.
I like this music that's playing right now. It's really good.
Are you not getting it?
I don't have it at all.
Roll
Rip.
20 sound's been broken for me as well.
I will imitate it for you.
Prompty.
It-
Right,
That's
someone
the-
clip that sound and replay it for me.
We have like some spooky atmosphere, like groaning in the
Dan, can you,
background, and then
can
a
you
nice
imitate it for
like.
me?
No,
Damn it.
if you want to hear it, turn on the stream.
No, that's cringe.
Yeah, watching the stream
Sorry.
is cringe. You heard it.
Actually, I have the
first.
crackling sound. I just don't have anything else now. I just have crackling ASMR.
Good.
Yep.
That's the best part.
I don't have
Oh, I've
anything.
got.
Which
Well,
is
don't have
turn on the stream on
no.
it. Well, it's.
I just recommend you guys reload Roll20 at that stage
I
then,
tried
because
that. It
it's.
didn't work.
Yeah,
Okay. I will
I'm
stop
just
all the
gonna live
music.
my best life.
Everyone just reload Roll20. When you're all loaded in, I will hit start on the music.
I'm not. No,
Ay. Today
I
is
have the music.
beautiful.
Technical difficulties.
And I have a cat trying to torment. Look at this terrorist just trying to jump on the desk.
Aww. You just threw that cat.
No, there's a bat right
fine.
beside me.
Here's the
I know,
best.
but
It's
it looked like
fine.
yeet.
Don't worry, it's fine. It's just the
It is a
asthmatic
yeet.
one. It's
It
fine.
is yeet a cat.
We love a good yeet.
I don't. I don't want Peter to come sniff my ass and take my cat.
What? Who?
Have you all reloaded
I'm
Roll20
sorry.
as?
Yes.
Are in it, yes.
Okay, is anyone not getting it?
I have nice crunchy sounds.
Is that all you have? I'll get rid of the crunch.
No, don't get rid of the crunch.
No, there is crunch. There's like woo wee woo wah 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 wah.
Yeah, there's
this.
I'm still not getting anything.
Wah.
Oh my
Well, it sucks to
Does
be
this-
Fuck off
no
then.
music for
Does
you.
Raph and I just gotta make the music for ourselves in our own private chat? No.
Listen,
Yeah,
you
you'll
just
be
gotta be not cringe, I guess. So I don't deal with it. Cry.
My
will.
crunchies,
Oh,
please.
I've got music for a second there. For like literally 2 seconds, then it stopped.
Okay.
It's really low. Like it's supposed to be like atmosphere.
I love how we're
It
like
is.
in a fight, but like, hold on, we don't hear the
We gotta
ambience.
tell the Jotuns to calm down for a second. The music
Yeah,
is
chill,
important.
daddy, chill. Yeah, that's us.
Can we not say daddy chill on stream, please?
No,
Like,
But
is that
that's
an
my
option
favorite
to?
meme. No, it's not.
no, I'm sorry.
You can turn off the music, you can't turn off the chill. You know?
It could be worse, Des.
You took my
Could be
crunchies.
I'm gonna put the crunches back on. Don't worry. As the glass cracks, reality breaks. Can I have everybody's initiative, Calicindia inclusive?
Sounds
So I'll go
good.
first.
Lucinda.
We love a good inclusive stream.
Look, this is just all scuff today. Anna, what did you get?
13.
13. Okay. And then Zamani, what did you get?
18.
15. Cal, what did you get?
8.
Music, let's go.
Let's recenter this map so things
And
are
I
a
love
little
this
bit more
crunch.
visible.
Crunch.
It is a little crunchy. Rainier, what did you get?
18, and I think I go before Zamani, but I'm not sure.
What's your next mod?
What's your dex?
4.
Okay, you go first. I have 3.
Okay, that's creature.
Hey, I've got sound now.
Ooh.
Because
Look
Hey.
at this
I can
nice
hear.
synthwave
Because-
shit we got going.
Yeah,
there.
Yeah. Jotuns are into new wave. Let's go.
This is actually just the sound of Cal's nightmares, by the way. This isn't the Jotuns.
yeah.
And that's nightmares.
Adrian.
No, it's
Cal,
just.
you need to start that mix track. Come on now.
Yeah, drop it. Drop
This
it.
is
That's
actually
on fire.
this is just the background of Cal's diss track.
Cal will drop the diss track when we hit whatever his fucking follower goal it was.
It's sub goal, not
Yeah,
follower
it's
goal.
sub goal.
We need that money.
Whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
So, as no one got higher, initiative count 20. Can everyone just give me a dexterity saving throw? As the dream itself begins to crack, as the shattering comes down, the island itself splits and all water rushes away. Blood
Ooh,
splatter.
That's cool. That's
Including
cool.
myself.
Everyone give me a dex save, please.
Okay.
I got an unhealthy 20.
I got a 22.
22, okay.
12.
12, okay.
Damn, the music though.
So good. Oh,
It's
look
cool
at
for
the
those that can
little,
hear
like,
it.
I can actually do hear it now. It's pretty bug.
Look at the little sea anemone
Yeah.
guy. He's gonna die.
So, I'm going to go top to
Oh,
bottom.
well.
Rainier, you got a 22.
Yes, sir.
So, you just fall to the bottom of the cliff was. You don't go prone.
Sweet.
And you only take 10 points of fall damage. 'Cause this is about 40 feet down. So, Monty, you got a...
I got an 18, but if I start falling, I would just open my wings.
Doesn't work that way. When creatures are falling. So, same as Rainy, you only take 10 fall damage, you don't fall prone. Mercastia, I'll roll the deck save. No, 3.
Come on, mate.
12. Okay, and Merc is prone. I would heavily recommend, as you see in the distance, the water is going to start rushing back towards land. Don't be
Was
on
it like
the...
an ebb and flow?
So no, the shattering made all the water away, and now it's going to start rushing back.
Oh,
Get up onto
Yikes.
dry land. Anna, what did you get?
I got an unhealthy 20, as I said earlier.
Okay, 20, thank you. You only take 2 damage, and you don't fall prone.
Jesus.
What is this?
Let's go.
And Cal, what did you get, please?
12.
12. You fall prone, but you are on the surface from where you were placed, being shattered. You take 18 points of damage, though, as everything goes through the shockwave. The first faceless wanderer, though, these beings made of pure madness, moves into sight of you all. First one up is close, so it's going to float down the 40 feet in an arc, and it's going to... Yeah, we'll use Rainier. Can you give me a intelligence saving throw, please?
Oh, intelligence. Okay.
Please.
Oh, that's 24.
24? Not bad.
I'm big smart.
So you'll only take half of this. That is 9, 11 is 16. You take 8, and your intelligence isn't going to get reduced by anything this time. And it's your turn.
8. Okay. Sweet. Fuck. What? What? Huh? Wait a sec. Huh? My token is being a little bitch.
We're just having a
Okay,
lot
give
of
me a
issues
sec.
today.
Yeah. That's just all part of it now.
Okay, what kind of
Necessary.
damage did I just take?
Psychic.
Psychic. Okay. Okay. A madness beast after my own heart. Okay, never mind. I will turn halfway, and I will start. What is it? What is it made of?
Ethereal smoke and void. It came from Cal's madness. So it is.
I guess I'll start going at the smoke with my claws. Let's hope it works.
This thing doesn't even get a face.
Bless you.
Sorry. Ah.
Let's see.
Okay, so the first attack is god damn it, plus what? 20. Dirty 20.
Okay. Hits.
Sweet. And the second attack, ooh, that does not hit, like 12.
Okay. 12. So yeah, 1 hits. Roll damage.
abilities. So that's 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
Magic damage.
Okay. And any
And
movement?
that's yeah, it looks like the thing will come back, right?
The water is going to rush back towards you.
And this thing is like flying.
The Faceless Wanderer is like, doesn't have legs, it floats, it has a hover speed, so it's like about 5 feet above the ground.
Okay.
It's like up in an arc from you.
How much movement do I need to get on the platform?
That platform, half of it is down, so technically you could get the bit that's there and run up.
I will.
So-
I will do so. I'll take the attack of opportunity if that means everyone else can move however the fuck they want.
Yeah, okay. That is 21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
You take 8 slashing, and as the creature starts to affect your mind, 8 psychic.
So that's 12 for me. Okay.
Yes.
All right, and I do. Let's see how much movement. Okay, I can get here. And Cal seems like he's not reacting to everything, or what? How does he look?
Hal is reacting kind of odd right now. They don't look as if they're fully in control.
Okay, then as I run up this thing, I will just shout, "Cal, are you here?" And that's it.
No response.
Cal's not home. Please leave a message after the beep.
That's my
Zamani.
turn.
Cool. So I'm still up top, right? Because I was.
Yes,
already
where you were
here.
placed, you didn't go prone, you didn't go off the edge. As the shattering took place, you were able to get onto the side. You still take damage from the impact, but you are not where water can fuck you up.
Okay. I'm going to move back a bit. I can still see him, right?
Cal?
This guy.
Or the creature? Yeah, you can. That's a big creature. You can see it's the top of it.
Okay. I'm going to plink plink plunk him in the forehead if I can.
You can try.
He has no face.
But
He does not have a face.
everyone has a forehead.
He's all forehead.
Um,
It's just this
Some of us-
blank
Yeah,
white
he's
plate.
rubbing
It's
knee,
he's
fuck
all
you.
forehead.
Forehead. Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so 26 to hit.
Hits.
Let me grab my little bait. That's going to be 10 piercing, and then the 2d6 on top of that is 7. And I would like to use my branding smite to do is another 2d6. Oh wait, no. Yeah, wait, no, we have 4th level spell slots. Wait, so that's 3 levels. So that's 4d6 now, not 2d6. My bad.
You got this.
Another 12.
Nice.
Okay, another 12. Any more movement you wish to go, or?
No, because anywhere else I go, I'm moving closer, and I don't really do the whole up close combat things.
Time to figure out what Mercastile can do.
Oh, can I tell if I did like a substantial bonk to the guy, or if he's just like
You
shrugging it
can't
off?
tell. These things
Okay.
don't react to much.
Made of smoke. It's like a little bit of extra smoke trailing out.
Not even goop, just smoke.
No.
I've never.
No
I can't
goop.
say.
No goop?
No queen.
I can't say I've ever seen.
Megamind
Lost.
meme.
Guys, hear me out,
Huh?
right? Hear me out. I've never seen the complete series of Lost, but I know there was a smoke monster in there. If someone wants to
Yeah.
speed watch that show and see how we fight these things, tell us.
Look, if someone wants to try and understand that show,
I haven't seen
good.
a single episode. I just know they're on an island.
I watched too much of it.
Maybe you. Mercasi's going to move up there, cast Armor of Agathis on herself.
Mhm.
Not get hit by water in the next turn. Anna, what are you doing?
Good question. Fantastic question. I am going to use my bonus action to place a seal on old mate here. A little baleful interdict. I don't know.
What?
It's this
The
thing.
what?
It's very long.
Oh, it's this.
It's this college thesis.
Yeah. So what it does is when you attempt to read it, you just get psychic damage. and stop.
Basically, as a bonus action, I can put a infernal seal onto a creature. Only I can see. Put it on the creature, and if I ever choose to pop it, either on my attack or an ally's attack, it deals an extra bit of damage and can heal me. I can do that up to my charisma modifier times per long rest, I believe. Either way, that's gone there for my bonus action. I'm but a pitiful little level 2 Illrigger, so all I can do is one attack, so I'm just going to swing and then see how we go.
But you can leave for free.
I can leave for free. I
But
have
you definitely should.
long weapons, so that's fine. I'll be able to hit that. Well, in theory. In theory was definitely the main thing there. I am not hitting that with the fucking 14 total, I imagine.
Exactly.
14
It has
total.
no
14 is the AC.
Oh shit!
Hey,
Hey.
Hog!
go.
Oh, I take that pog back. Just rolled a 1 on the fucking damage dice for a total of
One
5
hog.
force damage.
Gulp.
Unplugged. Unplugged.
That's a total of 5 force damage, Ezreal.
5 force damage. Thank you.
And I'm just gonna wander my ass up here next to Merc, I guess.
Okay, climb up. So that is.
Des, could you quickly just put a mark on the one I sealed, just so I don't forget which one it is? Thank you.
Move a little
The
bit
initiative
closer.
where there's two dudes, then Cal, then 2 more dudes, like
It's just how
four
Cal likes it.
twink. This is
Yeah,
this is very in character.
Can you give me another intelligence saving throw, please, Rainier?
Well, thank God I'm proficient. Oh, I'm wicked fine. Yeah, it's like 20 plus.
16 half to 8 psychic damage.
Okay.
The next one, Calicindia, can you give me a intelligence saving throw, please?
Absolutely.
This is going to try and drain the madness.
Alright. That is 14 all up.
14 close, but you're okay. Not a high DC. That is
Okay.
not bad
Okay.
damage.
Why didn't you let him drain your madness?
14
Yeah,
half
this
to
is-
7.
Suck off the madness, you know? Take it off. 14 half
It's
to
your
7.
summertime madness.
And Calicindia, on your turn. Right now you're suffering visions of the shattering. You cannot distinguish between ally and foe, so just attack the closest creatures you can. Act in pure self-defense. Treat everyone as an enemy.
Okay. And the one just above me hit me?
Yep.
Okay. So Cal waking up, he looks around him and he's just the same vision, except he's in it. Like this is.
Yep. It's the same vision you
Okay.
suffer many times, but people are getting dragged into it with you this time.
He is living with
Except
it.
I don't know that they're getting dragged into it.
Nope.
That's the horrible part. Okay, so I'm going to use my blink dagger to bop over here. And I am going to shoot off 2 Eldritch Blasts at the one that attacked me. Both beams.
1 second. Is the stream title Into a Series of Finale? Did it not update when I did the stream?
No,
No.
it's the dreams that
it's
haunt us.
correct.
Okay, because on my Twitch panel, it's giving me the false name. It's just technical issues everywhere.
False
Okay.
name. Yeah.
That's yeah. But yeah, so both beams firing off. The first one, that is
Are you talking this one?
14 to hit. The one that attacked me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 14 to hit.
Acting
Hits.
self-defense. All right, and that is where's my Where? There you go. Okay, that's a 2 plus 5, so 7 damage total.
7 damage total. Okay. Anything else?
And the next beam, that is 16 all up.
16 hits.
Quick maths. Okay, perfect. That is 8 damage all up. Go.
8 damage all up. Okay. That's your turn.
And that is everything, actually. Yeah, his bonus action.
Okay, next one. It's going to flit over here. Anna, can you give me an intelligence saving throw, please?
You bet your butt I can.
Be smart.
Oof. 11.
Fail. You take 14. 18 points of psychic damage and reduce your
Ouch.
intelligence.
Oh no.
Oh, max by 4.
Damn. What are you at right now?
Look, luckily Anna's like starting with 14, so she's only at 10. But
Okay,
this is
you
gonna
still
get
can
real
read.
bad really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no, Raph, that's the same thought I had.
It's like 3-step feeble mind right here.
Fuck.
on Initiative 20, the waters start to rush back in. Thankfully, you're all off the water's surface as it's coming back in quickly.
Well, that's cool. That's fucking cool.
This one is going to
That is
fly
awesome.
up towards Zamani and is going to make 2 attacks with its claws.
I'd like it to not.
No, you need to be hit. First one is a 19 on the plus 5 on the dice, and the second one is
Yeah.
dirty 18.
Yeah.
So you
Ow.
take on the first attack, max 9 slashing and 7 psychic. So 16 damage on the first attack. And on the second one you take very low, 12 total damage. 6 of it being psychic. As the table
Okay.
itself shifts off the top, crumbles into the sand beneath as the waves rush closer. Rainier.
Okay. So I'm about to try something. Because I did reach out to Cal. Nothing happened. It doesn't seem like he can see or hear me. So I might just lose a turn on this, but I gotta try. So what I will do is I will use my blood curse of the anxious on Calicinda. I
He's
will
already
make
anxious,
him
sorry.
susceptible. Yeah, I will make him susceptible to forceful influence, and I will use my action to try an intimidation check to make him snap out of it.
Intimidation, you sure?
Yeah, that's what I have advantage on with Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
Okay.
I don't have any other options here.
Go for it.
So I will just. Rainier's close to bloody, so she will just turn to Cal, like with blood rushing over her armor, and say, "I thought you much smarter than this. You know what's going on, so snap out of it and come back to us." And I'll try to intimidate him into doing something.
Listen to me, you mad
Okay.
little shit.
Thank God I have advantage, because first one is a big 7. Huge 7. Oh,
Okay.
it's a natural 20 with probably nothing. But no, I actually have something. It's a 20
Okay.
plus 4. So 24.
Wonderful.
That's maximum I
Um,
can give. Like,
Cal, can you...
wait. No, actually, I want this to succeed. I will use one of my inspiration dice.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 28.
I don't need to ask for a roll anymore. The stars come through. As Cal, you gain a little bit of moment of clarity. You've never been fully lucid in one of these dreams. You recognize you are in a dream, but you don't currently know how to stop it. But you know you can now act as your own free will.
Do I see the fact
You
that
see
everyone
everyone's
else-
here,
yeah?
and this is a first. You
Okay.
hear the cracking, you see reality break around you as the sky itself begins to bleed.
Fuck. I mean,
A very small oak in the distance.
That's Rainer's turn.
That's my turn.
Zamani.
So like Cal is like lucid and good now, right?
Yep, Cal has snapped too.
Okay, I wanted to make sure it wasn't like a stage thing or something.
No, the stage effect will affect the stage.
Fair. Zamani is definitely like, Cal, if you know any way out of this, I'd really appreciate it. And I am going to disengage Jazz bonus action because there's a lot of owie around me. Fuck. 5, 15, 20, 23, 40. I don't want that shit. Fuck.
The sounds.
I am small
The
and
thinking.
weak. And I don't know where to go. I can't make it all the way over here, which is where I want to go. And the water's coming, so I can't. Like, if I'm flying above this area, could I not get hit by this stuff?
You could find out. How high can
Why
you
do
fly
have
up?
to say it like that? I could just. I mean, up from like how high we're standing.
Yeah, like how high up are you able to get? Like, what's your fly speed?
I mean, my fly speed is. I think it's 30. Yeah, it's 30.
So in theory, if you didn't use an action, you could get 30 feet up, so you'd be like 70 feet up.
But then
Maybe.
if these guys have ranged, I'm scared.
yeah.
Zamani's first time hit this campaign, I'm scared.
I got hit, and then I'm already less than half now. My guy, I'm hurting. I'm a baby child, small.
Small.
yeah. Decaying Lord, please pick me up. I'm scared.
I have the least amount of health by a lot. Fuck, shit, fuck.
Somebody gets hit in combat. Yeah, first time in combat.
Basically, I have to get hit twice and then I'm dead. That's how this shit works.
Technically hit 4 times.
I'll just
Okay.
speed that up.
That's called balance. Because come on.
What are you doing?
You know-
You could use your action to try and get really high up, but you don't know when the waves come crashing. You don't even know if it matters if you're standing on the platform. The waves may go over.
I think you should just save yourself for a bit. Because,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everything hurts a lot. And Des is playing Merc, so she's not a healer today.
she might be. Although, if you
Joke's
do
on
go
you, Merc
very
has no
high
healing
up-
spells prepared. I checked the sheet. I'm joking, I'm joking.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I would believe that though.
Jen, if you do go too high up, she might not be able to heal you at
Yeah,
all.
which is what I'm worried about. I'm gonna go 5, 10, and then 20 feet up. And then I'm gonna plink, plink, plunk this guy again.
Okay.
Let's go.
Plink, plink, plunk. Because fear! Okay. 20? 30, 20 though.
Hit, yeah.
Yay, okay.
Joke's on you. I actually have a good
hey,
plan for Merc this round, and it's not healing,
Great.
because that's on brand.
Great.
Of course.
Fair. 10 piercing.
Okay.
Wait. Sneak is 2d6. Holy shit. Okay. 12 for a sneak. And then I'm gonna do another branding smite. Because I want to murder Um, 17 burning smite.
Respectable.
Okay. Anything else?
And that's all I can do.
On Merkestiel's turn, she is going to use a spell she has prepared today to stop this side. Make sure you guys can see it. This to this of water. She's going to use control water to make the water go up to not hit this side of the island. She can't help you, Rainer, Calicindir, but she's
Fuck
gonna,
us, I guess, but
she's
cool.
going to negate the next as the water rushes in. She's going to hold her control water to stop this coming onslaught
Yes,
of
we'll
water.
die.
Guess you'll die.
Rainy, it was a pleasure.
I think that is a
Was
good
it
action.
though?
Anna.
No.
Alrighty.
Coach's blast.
I am going to definitely exist aggressively. I really don't like being level 2. I have nothing to do. Bonus
try as a
action.
free action.
No, that's cringe.
Fine, you can use an action.
Oh,
I'll
I'm
allow
sorry.
it.
Thank you.
Man, I cried a good bit on my turn.
I want to drop prone and cry. Thank you very much. That's a full action right there.
Nice.
No, I'm going to bonus action Baleful Interdict the fucking place a seal on the fucking same one again. I don't need a bad close. I have a glaive. What am I doing? I have range.
2 seals?
Yeah. So I can. They stack. It just takes fucking forever.
I know, I've put another dot.
Alrighty. And I'm going to attempt to bonk. That's a nat yeet.
Hey.
You gonna consume the seals?
I'm going to pop both seals because I want the
Pop
healing
it.
from them anyway.
Twist it. Pull it.
Give me a second here. I want to. What has that to do here? Sweet, nice. It's bullshit. Hopefully they take necrotic damage. We'll find out in this episode of Game of Thrones, really.
Necrotic,
so
you said.
this is the force, and then this is the seals.
Nice.
If they take necrotic damage,
They do, they have no resistances to it. They had 18 hit
That's a lot
points
of
left, so
healing.
just the smoke itself.
Juicy for a level 2, Ilriga.
that is
Yeah.
a lot of healing I got as well because I get 2 healing for every dice that dealt damage.
Wowza.
So what, that's 10 by 2, 20 healing?
Yeah, we'll go
Or is
with
it
that.
only for your interdict? Does it count your weapon dice?
Not the weapon dice, just the interdict.
So 16. Alright.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make 2 attacks on Rainier with this one with the claws. First one is 19 plus 5. Second one is nat 20. I believe Merkestiel is Grave Cleric, but 60 feet, I can cancel my own crit type. She's holding her action to stop this wave, so technically she can't. It is a
You
reaction.
would cancel out the control water, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. You're taking the crit.
Okay,
Because-
thanks.
So I'm gonna give you the not crit one first. That is 4 slashing, 4 psychic. Very
Okay.
poor. And then that is 5. Oh no, let me roll the crit on it. So 8 slashing. And that is 10, 15. 17 psychic on the second one.
Okay. I'm not looking too hot. I'm deep in bloodlust territory right now.
I gotta measure who is closer. Who wants 1? Who wants 2? Because we're even between the 2 of you guys. Rainier and Cal. Who wants number 1? Who wants number 2 on the double-sided coin?
I'll
The
take
Benji
2.
one.
Take 2. Last option. So
Taking
2 Rainier gets it. 1 Cal gets it. 2 Rainier gets it. It's going to
Sweet.
move and make
Right.
2 claw attacks.
I could have
Um,
healed instead. I helped your ass.
Miss
Fucking appreciate
and 21.
Oh wait. Fuck. I'll take it. Every time I forget that I have to say as you roll, not before you fucking tell me the number.
So
Because I
that
have the
is
blood curse to give disadvantage.
4 slashing and
Okay.
9 psychic.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm still up.
See what happens when the water comes. Cal.
Cal snaps too, and so he would see everyone here, and he would see these. What you call them? These
Faceless wanderers.
masked- faceless wanderers. There. This is very different, Des, right? Like this is completely unlike.
This hasn't
any
happened
other
before.
Experience. Okay.
You have visions, you relive this.
Okay.
This is not a new vision for you, but this is a
No.
new condition to this vision.
And the fact that I'm here in my own body,
Yes.
like
You weren't,
this-
but now you are.
yeah. This isn't right. Rainier. Anna, you're here. Mikestia. What are you all doing here? This isn't
Currently
right.
dying.
This
Fucking
isn't
help
right.
us.
You definitely don't belong here. Fuck.
Racist, okay.
Cal. Would Cal have any idea of how to interrupt what is currently going on at the moment?
No, you've never dealt with this. You've never been lucid in these.
Yeah. Fuck.
Cal really said, "You're not part of this club. Get out."
Not quite like that, but shit.
If you have ideas of how you think you could, I'm willing to hear them, but you've no idea how this happened.
Okay. Do I see any of the other figures that usually appear, whether that's the Jotuns or Dying Gods or anyone else?
No, that all, when the shattering came down, is when all the smoke creatures came out of
Yeah.
Calicindir.
Okay. Fuck. What is Cal going to do? Shit. Cal's going to move over towards Rainier a bit.
Oh,
Almost like,
bad idea.
yeah. I'm trying to measure up some stuff. But I can see the water coming in, so I want to try and avoid that.
You're cute.
Hey, hug me. We'll die in the water together.
What's your
would I
strength
know
modifier?
that Me.
Yeah.
Think.
Yes, modified twink, -1.
We'll see how you do when this save comes through.
Yeah. What's the range of my blink dagger? Is it 60 or is it?
You
Let's
have the
double check
item. I
that.
believe I gave it to you.
Item.
Yeah, it's,
Item.
Hey,
should
Cal,
be in
just a
your
thought
handouts.
for you.
It's
Can you
60.
just,
Okay.
Cal, just quick thought for you. Can you just dream us away from here? Like, you're lucid now, do it.
Yeah. Just drink something else. Forehead.
Blink over to this side and leave Rainier to die.
Yeah. I mean, actually,
Yeah,
not a
but-
bad idea.
The rain is scary. Okay, would I know that if this is... Does this appear to be my dream at the moment, or does it still appear to be the Dying God's dream? From what Cal can understand at the moment.
This is post-death of the Dying God, so you're not sure.
Yeah.
Normally, you
Okay.
wake up when the shattering drops.
Yeah. Okay.
However, you feel like this is linked to you for some reason. This is your
Yeah.
fault.
Wow, fuck. Hitting me with it's my fault. Continue, I'm gonna move up here. And for the time being, Cal is going to try and collect his thoughts on exactly what is going on.
You see
Um,
Merkesto preparing a spell to stop the water on that side. It is, again, I know leaving Rainier is the funny meme, but it is not a bad idea to blink over there.
Yeah, no, it's actually a good idea.
Okay. In that case, I'll move my movement over here and teleport over to this side using the blink dagger. And Yeah. At the moment, trying to collect his thoughts on what exactly the fuck is going on. He is going to stick with trying to harm these smoke monsters as best as he can, as he plans to. What is ahead?
What's your action then?
And he'll
You have an
fire
action.
off 2 Eldritch. He will shoot 2 Eldritch blasts into the same one as before.
Same as before this one.
Mm-hmm. That is. For my modifier. I'm not really high on these. That's a 13.
13 does not hit.
Fuck. What is my roll? This isn't even roll 20.
You didn't miss anything last night, so don't worry. You're more than made up.
Yeah. That one there's better. That one there's a 15. That
15
one
hits.
Will hit. Yeah. And that is 9 damage.
Damage, okay.
Reaction, think intensely and wonder what the fuck is going on.
You are... Can you give me... It's stupid asking for this, but these creatures don't know it. Cal, can you give me an intelligence saving throw, please?
Yeah, absolutely. That is... What is my modifier? Okay, that's a 22.
Right, this
Yes,
will be
that's-
halved. It's good. 14 psychic damage, half to 7. And on initiative count 20, the waves rush further back in. Merkestiel does the control water all around the island that you're on. It goes straight up in the air, but Rainier, on your side, the water careens over the top of it. Can you give me a strength saving throw as you try and maintain where you are,
Okay.
but getting pushed back
I have
against.
advantage on this. Thank God for advantage, because the first one is a 1. Okay. Plus 2, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You won't get pushed too far.
Okay, so I live for now.
Well, let's see. So, you will take... As the force of the ocean comes cracking down upon you, it's 55 bludgeoning damage as the force comes in, and you get pushed 30 feet, which will...
Oh, I'm down.
Are you resistant to bludgeoning damage?
Oh yeah, it's bludgeoning, right? So
Yes.
that's how much?
55 halved is 27.5 to 27. 54 to 27. But you will get pushed into...
I'm at 5 HP.
You are in the water.
Rainey's having a spin.
Okay.
And the water itself goes through these smoke monsters. They are immune to bludgeoning. But the water's calm as you see and feel as the dream goes on. Cracks in the ground underneath. The topography of the surrounding area will have significantly changed to what you, in modern day, would refer to as Greggy's shatters. But it's your turn, Rainier. You're in the water. Do you have a swim speed?
Rainy is like, there's water in his eyes. She's like, thanks for nothing, assholes. And she'll.
Can you give me a
use,
wisdom save to see if you feral, though?
Oh right, I forgot for a second. I thought I
forgot.
would be dead. I forgot.
I forgot.
Oh, I'm fine. It's a natural 15. So for a second, Rainier, forgot all the language. Goes underwater, and as she goes up again, she's fully shifted. That gives me a little bit of health. Okay, and I am unfortunately right now not looking very cool. I don't want to go back to these guys. I will. Is swimming half my speed?
Yes. If you don't
Okay,
have a swim speed, it's half movement speed.
Okay, my speed is like 55, so that's fine. I'll get up to the shore.
Okay.
That was my bonus action. movement. I have an action. Well. I will drink my greater health potion. How much is it?
4d4 plus 4.
But that's a bonus action too. I can't do that.
Technically, no. We can
Okay,
allow it as an
then
action
I won't
because
do
you
that.
can use an action on someone else. So, I'll allow it to be
So
interchangeable.
okay. So it's 44?
Just for this situation. You guys need it.
Okay, so it's 44, yeah?
Yes, plus 4.
Okay. That is the end of my turn.
Money.
I'm gonna aim at this one since he's the one that's closest to us. And let's see. Oh, my dice fell off my desk. But I caught it. One doesn't hit, but the other one is 18 plus 8, so like a 26.
Okay, hits. And which one are you attacking again? One on your island or one of the ones on the other side?
Our island.
Okay.
Ooh, max damage. So 11 for piercing, and the sneak attack. Holy crap! Sneak attack is 11 as well.
Okay.
And
Any
I
movement?
can't- no. Or actually, yes. I'm moving.
Steel's turn. I move a little bit. I gotta double check range on this, but I think I got an idea. 30 feet, fuck. What? AJ, what spells do you have prepared? Honestly.
Well,
Does that
AJ,
water
don't do
walk
that.
the entire party?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
he has heal.
He doesn't.
I'm
I
actually
think,
confident Merc
disintegrates.
has. Merc definitely has wish prepared. I can feel it in my bones.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Merc is disintegrates.
Listen, I would love some healing because I'm at 30. And
So
I'm
the
about
healing
to
spells I have
go
prepared
fight.
are Healing Word,
And that's it. Okay, cool. Never
what?
mind.
You want more?
Can she
You
cast while
demand
still
more of
having
me?
the full wall?
That's done. The water's come through. The water won't be an issue after this turn. I can't. I have armor bag at this. Bane was my plan, but the other ones aren't in range. I can healing words you if you really want.
Nah,
But-
it's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and Merc is gonna do something I don't think I've ever seen her do. I'm gonna inflict wounds at 3rd level,
Ooh,
Nice.
I've never seen that, I think.
which is an 18 on the
18.
dice. And
Ooh, okay.
28 necrotic damage.
Ooh, beautiful.
That's all I can think of to do. Anna, your turn.
Alright, I got a lot of things that I could do. It says that there's a lot. I'm gonna bonus actions place a seal.
Wow, we act shocked and
Right,
surprised.
thinking now.
Obviously on the one that's closer to us, I'll just move up to here and just hit. Just fuck.
For thwack.
Actually, that'll hit. It's a 16. That's fine. It'll hit.
16 hits.
And 11 damage, force damage.
Anna has
11
a bright
force?
future as a clickbait YouTuber. You won't believe what I did next. The same thing.
Okay. End of your turn, Anna?
Sure, why not?
It would be awfully
Can
cruel
you
of me
attack
to...
with your big thing?
What?
She did.
Can you attack with a sword or something?
The big sword made of ice, the big one that's stuck in the floor, the one that's like 700 feet my size. I'll give it a go.
Don't you have
55
your
foot tall.
little thingy? Your little glaive?
Glaive? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what she
hit
used.
with my glaive.
That's what the
Oh,
damage
so
she
that's
had.
your action and the bonus together.
Yeah, I'm
Ah.
at
Bonus is
level 2,
placing
I
the
get
mark.
ones.
Did you want to consume the
Pretty
mark?
cringe. No, I want to keep it on there.
Okay. Boy, Hattie, it would be mean of me to ask Zamani for an intelligence save when she's not here.
That would be cruel.
I'm already feeling stupid. Hit me again, it's funny.
Don't worry, you're getting the other one.
Oh no,
There you
fuck.
go, how funny.
That was memeing. Hold on, wait, calm down.
You went for that reverse psychology.
I tried for it, but no, yeah, give it a go.
I respect
Actually, no, this one's, I'm going to save the other turn because it is going to attack Zamani, but I want her to be back for it. Also, hello, Mitch. But, Cal, I'm attacking you twice.
Absolutely, Des.
First one is
As
a
you
big 17.
every right to. A big 17 will miss as Cal just like twists out of the way of it just in time.
Then the next one is a 19.
19 will just hit.
Right, that is 8 slashing. Ooh,
Yep.
close to max. 10 psychic.
Ooh, okay, so 18 total. Ooh, that's not cool, but cool.
It is quite gamer. The other one is officially
Double
holding
it
his
out.
action until Zamani returns to make her intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
is your
what
turn,
a
Cal?
gent.
Do I see anything changing in terms of the reality and the dream cracking and shifting at all?
You look up and the sky is cracking, similar to when you got an intervention from the Dying God, but you're not sure what that's going to mean for you.
Okay. Cal's going to try something.
Do it.
He knows that in this situation, the Dying God may be able to lift him out of this dream, maybe able to stop what's going on, potentially. But he also knows that reaching the Dying God in this situation will be quite difficult. So although this isn't the wording of it, he is going to use Eldritch Communion to directly
Casting time is
directly
1 minute.
Casting time?
Damn.
Oh, fuck, it is. Shit.
You could spend the next 10 rounds sitting there chilling.
Yeah,
No, I didn't
very
even notice
smart and
that.
cool.
Don't worry, as you get intelligence drained each round, it seems like a better idea.
Yeah. Well,
In
you
that
can
case,
do your divine intervention though, right?
in
Succeeded
that
one
case,
time.
Cal is going to look up where he can see reality starting to break and shift above them. And remembering in his mind, seeing in the keep, the castle, seeing the shard of reality fracture it, he is just going to reach out with his connection to the Dying God and just say, This isn't right. They shouldn't be here. This is not their dream. This is not their dream. They didn't choose this. Get us out of here. This is not normal.
Do you want to roll the D100 or will I?
I'll let you do it.
Okay. It was literally a 2% chance last time. Zamani, make me an intelligence saving throw. I was holding an action for when you returned.
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
Dirty
we are
no, not
dirty 20? Okay,
Not-
you'll take half damage and lose no intelligence.
Nice.
Okay, how much damage am I taking?
You are going to take 10 psychic damage, half to 5.
Okay.
Cal, you want me to roll a D100 because you're afraid to do it?
Yes, I'm terrified.
I got a
My-
23, no chance.
Okay.
Rep.
I don't hear any
Good
response
try.
at all.
No response.
Okay.
And
And that was an action to do that.
that's an action.
Right?
That is your action.
Bonus
Yes.
action. Bonus action. What do I have? That's bonus action. Shit. I mean, he's just gonna stay where he is. Not really much he can do there. I mean, no, I mean, as you said, he doesn't know exactly what's going on with this.
Okay. That is next one's turn. Intelligence save for Mercastile. 8. What's her modifier? I don't believe Mercastile is known
Probably
to
Come
be.
on,
nothing.
Merc. Come on, Merc. You are smart. You got such a thick brain. I know.
I hate loading Mercastile's sheet because I keep closing it by mistake. It takes 84 years to open. 1. So Mercastile is going to take a thick load of psychic damage. That's 11, 16 psychic
You're a bigger
damage.
brain. Yeah.
And is going to lose a D4 intelligence. Which will bring intelligence down by 2, which brings it to 10. Rainer, your turn. Wisdom save.
Okay. Ah, yes. That's a 3. But the closest bitch is this one, so I shall go there. And I will attack.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I have to hurt myself a little bit. First one, I do not think I succeed. That is a 15.
You've already know the AC is 14 from Anna.
Oh, right, I forgot. Oh, Pog, nice.
You forgot again.
Okay.
Oh no.
I forgot. Listen, I was morally ready to die like a round ago, okay? Give me some slack.
It's okay. Your
Then
body would have
that
still been
means-
on the material plane.
Hey, imagine how peeved Elwyn would be. Like, oh, she died in a dream, but not mine. Madge.
That just sounds like a
second
free
one
body to
also
control for Elowen.
Well,
hit. Oh, no, don't do this to me.
How much damage?
Control these. I didn't roll yet. Because,
Is it more than 4?
Oh, yeah, Yes, it is.
Don't bother rolling. It goes in a puff plumage of smoke. There's a...
Nice. And I can attack a
Now the
second
closest thing is Mercastile or Cal.
No. Normal bloodlust, just on the first hit, then I act like I want to.
Oh, okay. Is that how
just
it works?
quickly as well.
Yes.
Yes.
With my interdict, as soon as a creature dies with one still on it, I can move it to a different creature. So I'll just put it on the one that is next to Cal.
Thank you. Rainier,
Okay,
next attack.
so they have the same AC, so I hit on this other one. And let's do some damage. Big close damage. A 6. And a 6 lightning damage.
Okay. Also, Dark Heraldry.
Ignore that.
All right,
Ignore that.
I will. But
Misclick.
I forgot on initiative count 20, as the sky itself cracks, bits of the sky start to fall. Can everyone give me a dexterity saving throw? As the shards, like these bits of glass, as they flow and flip as they fall, you see flashes of Calicindir's life mixed in with memories of the dying god. Smack.
That is
Dex
so
save, please.
cool!
So I rolled a 7 total.
Oh, get fucked.
That's cool. 16 plus 2 for me, so 18.
18, that's a fail.
Casual 29.
That's a fail. No, that's a success.
How dare you?
How dare.
23, and do we see any interesting bits from Cal's
Yeah,
life?
me too. I want to ask.
What's your
Somebody's
passive
just
perception?
Can we?
What's your passive perception? I didn't ask for your active perception.
Oh, fuck.
I said it passive. I don't have good.
I can count my
10.
passive on 2 hands.
No.
I'm not a wise bitch.
Sees everything. Merc sees like Cal pop a zit on his face when he was 12. Merc sees his first prom dance. Merc sees everything.
All right, I'm gonna need more d10s.
You shouldn't
So
say
we
that.
nothing.
though.
Grace,
This is gonna
don't
hurt.
like that.
How many d10s is really too many d10s? I'll just however many I have on my
42
desk.
specifically.
Oh, you answered the. One second, I have a cat trying to get in front of the light. He wants down. He was sitting beside it.
While you do that, as Rainier comes by and attacks the
fails.
other one, she has enough presence of mind to like turn to Cal with her like snarling face and say, "Leave," because I will go into Bloodlust probably next turn.
Yeah, noted.
That's okay. I'll have exactly enough d10s on my desk. I didn't have to get more out of the drawer. I only needed 10.
Fine.
10
It's not
d10.
42, that's the main thing.
10d10.
Correct, 10d10. So if you rolled above a 20, you are safe. Not safe, but half damage.
I mean, considering that you're rolling 10 d10s, this half damage might still be enough to take me
Same.
out. Just saying.
Same. Oh, but it's slashing, isn't it?
This will be slashing, yes.
Oh, nice. It's a quarter for me.
Nothing to me.
Okay. It's 10, 23, 33, 40, 48,
Stop.
42,
What?
46.
Wait, you went from 40.
56,
Wait,
you
you
mean? You mean 56.
Sorry, thank you for correcting me.
went
56
48.
damage.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Kate.
56
Well,
damage
Des-
halved if you rolled
Desmond-
above a 20.
Desmond,
Thanks, Kate.
Desmond from 48 to 42. You don't go backwards when you're counting up. It makes
I
no
would
sense.
love that math.
So it's 28 for us half damage people, and I am down.
Ooh.
Was it?
So that's 14 for me, right?
Yeah, I get
Um,
bonked, and then my unconscious
yes.
body falls 20 feet.
Sorry.
And
Yikes.
except for Zmani, it would kick in the
wait.
gift of the protectors in Cal's book. That she
Death
pops
Ward.
up with 1 HP.
Oh, let's go. Do I still
Oh,
fall
gee.
20 feet?
And do you fall and get like a save?
No, the death ward, you don't go unconscious. So you.
Oh,
No.
sweet. Okay,
Nope.
thank God.
Nice.
So yeah, 56 damage. Thank you for Kate. I have a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of actions that are happening every initial count 20. So thank you for correcting me. I have a
Yeah.
lot going on,
You're
and I
good.
have
Sure.
trying to bother
Over
me.
here.
Just don't do it again because I might cry.
Can't promise anything. Zamani.
I'm gonna drink the health potion that Rainier made me. It's one normal health potion is 1d4,
2d4
No.
plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Okay. Thank you. I always forget.
Also, Zamani hoarding all the magic book revivals. What the fuck is this?
It's just the first time I've had to use it.
It's a second.
It won't be
He
the
used it
last.
twice already.
Oh, I didn't realize.
In the
My
fort.
bad. 44 plus what number was that?
4.
Cal doesn't play favorites.
4. Okay.
Yep.
It's just the one he's boinking is his
Okay.
favorite.
Yeah, very simple.
Anyone
You
can do it.
join. It can be group. I was supposed to say, it can be a group boinking. I'm just saying.
It can be you.
Look, I'm pretty sure that's the epilogue of the campaign. Is just everyone in a big flesh pile.
Oh, that's a
Harem
flash file.
campaign.
Harem campaign. Yeah, let's go.
We thought it would be Zamani harem. It doesn't look like that anymore.
Nope.
Oh, this is actually
Anything
named-
else in your turns, Zamani? You have an attack, you have an action if you wish to do it. You can cry as a free action.
I'm definitely crying as a free action, and I'm going to shoot the man that's in front of me because he sucks.
Nice.
Wow, Calicindia, the only male identifying person on the map. Get fucked.
Okay, I'm sorry. The gender-neutral man in front of me who's hurting.
Gender neutral man.
Neutral man.
Gender neutral smoke monster.
Shoot a man. It
That's it.
doesn't
We're
have to be a
canceling
man when you go
Zamani.
shoot
We
a
are
man.
canceling
Fine.
Zamani.
That's it.
It's like bra. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's like bruh.
Thank you. I mean, saying shoot a man doesn't always have to mean a literal man.
Yeah.
Why, this is why we have established. This is why we have
Damn it,
established
Patrick,
boy.
you should
B-O-Y. B-O-Y. Boy. That is.
We got him, boys.
Boy. And you gotta
Okay.
defend. Boy.
24 to hit.
Hits.
Thank you.
You're not welcome. I'm gonna hurt you next.
I know
You already
yeah,
did.
It's fine. That's gonna be 8 piercing. Ah!
Are you attacking one that's trying to mentally
And-
drain you,
Yeah.
or the other one?
Sounds like she had a
I
chest
didn't
after
realize
the
that this was an ongoing thing. You just told me to make a save when I came back.
This
so I don't
specifically,
know what
this
that
one is the one that's trying to do it. So if you want to attack the one that's trying to attack you, or you can focus fire to the one that other people are attacking.
I would like to attack the one that's trying to hurt me.
So 8 piercing, and how much? You've no sneak on that. If you do that one though, or if I suppose you can bonus action study aim
I
if
don't-
you
Yeah.
did it with advantage.
And then 9 sneak attack.
9 sneak attack. Okay. Other than that, we've got healer extraordinaire, Mercestial of the Grave Domain. The fuck do you do, Sinclair?
Look, to be fair, luckily Grave Domain's whole gimmick is like getting people up when they're down, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Max healing if someone's down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's better to not go down because then I don't have my shift anymore, and that's.
I know. I just don't know if it's
They're
worthwhile
alive
to
at
heal
point.
you with the healing word because I can't get you to half.
Yeah,
I
but
also moved and I landed back on the ground.
Okay. So sorry, I am trying to. I got raised dead in case this goes poorly. It's okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Actually, I think best thing I can do right now, she's going to move so she is not going to get attacked by anyone, and I'm going to bane the two of them.
Ooh.
good.
Or do you guys think would you guys rather Mercestial heal in this moment? Do someone drastically want healing?
I mean, I'm down, so
You're down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Okay.
Down.
Dude,
Okay, you
pass
should
the down
really
and
let me know that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think you told us.
50, I mean,
Yeah, you
56 damage. Like, that's like almost 3/4 of my HP. So already taking
Valid.
damage.
Talk about your
that's
childhood
just-
coming back to get you.
You didn't tell us though.
I just
Yeah.
assumed when Raph said Cal was down that he was actually breakdancing. Like, my bad, sorry.
I just didn't hear it. I'm going to put a
I didn't hear it either.
4th level healing word into Calicindia, which will just be max healing. So
Yes.
that is going to just put it through for the sake of tracking spell slots.
I love that I brought it up and Cal was like, fantastic, yes, that works great for me. No one knows.
So that is a total of what 4d4. So that's just 16 plus wisdom is 21,
That's good.
and Cal gets up. That is a bonus action. I will toll the dead on the one that Rainer's fighting. It fails.
Nice.
It's
Yeah,
going to
probably that'd be
be-
fucking shitty all the time.
2d12.
Don't.
Ooh.
Did we hear a college of the brass lungs bard around? I just heard a bell.
Yeah. Fucking...
Self promo.
Shout out to the
Let's
Golden
go.
Glass Lines. You can find my
Alrighty.
Patreon for free.
Anna, your turn. Sorry. This
Shameless
fight gets
plug
more
aside.
complicated when I'm running a cleric as well.
And not
Alright.
just a cleric, but a cleric with many classes.
Bonus action, another interdict on old mate over here. I think I need to be pretty close for this next part. I think it is a touch. It is a touch. All right, that's fine. I'm going to walk up here. I'm going to attempt to use my Infernal Conduit, which is on an unwilling creature. I make a spell attack, and if it hits, it deals whatever amount of my pool, which I only have one d10 to use. It drains the life force of the enemies to rejuvenate your own vitality. So basically, I just transfer hit points across to myself if it hits. It is, I believe, necrotic damage, as most things in this situation would be.
Yes.
Although I cannot specifically see it, so we'll just assume it's necrotic. $14.
14. Okay.
I clenched for a moment there, I'll be honest.
And does that
Alright,
consume your
so-
seals, or?
I'm going to pop my seals. Seals can be used on any sort of attack that deals
go
damage,
for it.
so I'm going to pop both of these seals on that. It is going to be 2d6. Yes. That's actually really upsetting. It's super cringe, but it's a decent bit of health. So the first from the actual touch is 7, so I get an extra 7 there. So I'm just going to do that to myself, keep track of everything. And then the seal damage pops, dealing 6, which means I
It
get an extra
bursts.
4. Oh shit, Pog.
Anything else? Any more movement you want to do?
How did I move? I was like back here.
You're like
8 feet.
here.
I don't see your thing, to be honest.
Like this square, I think.
Yeah, I thought so. Can I, like, drag Calby behind me?
You've used your action and your bonus action with just movement left, I'd say no.
Okay. Cool, then I can't really interpose myself between Cal and Rainier.
Hey.
I'm just going to...
Between...
I'm just going to move.
Okay,
Because Cal goes before Rainier anyway, so it's fine. I'm just going to move away.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just going to get up here.
Oh, you're closest. Never mind. This is much easier now. 2 attacks on Anna next.
An old mate.
Like, if nothing else,
Old
I've got to do my job and be at least a little tanky.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20, cancelling it as Merc on the first one, but it still goes damage.
Thanks, Merc.
Thanks,
Much
Merc.
respect.
Much respect.
How's it work?
That is 5 slashing and
Okay.
10 psychic on the first one. And the second one, that is
All the healing I got.
16 to hit.
16 is my armor class, unfortunately.
Okay, that is 4 slashing, 8 psychic.
Okay.
Alice India.
Cal just stands up, just wipes some blood off. And then just takes a moment to just look up and see just the fragments from his life just falling from the sky.
As you look up, the sky getting closer to the next inertia counter, it's just lots of stars as constellation after constellation is starting to blink out of existence with the death of the dying god.
Now, from my knowledge of the land of sleepless dreams, which I'm like, would I know that this is probably due to sort of an interaction with the land of sleepless dreams, or?
Well, this is... You're not sure what these creatures are, but the stars
Yeah.
disappearing from the sky is canonical with the dying of the dying god.
Right. Right. Okay, we can think about this after once we've dealt with this. Dealt with these boys. Bonus action. I'm going to Misty Step away from Rainier. Pop myself down here, and just reach out towards the smoke creature there and fire off 2 of my Eldritch Blasts at it.
Okay, roll to hit.
First one is... God, that's so shit. That's only a 14 again, which is the AC, I know.
Yes.
But that is shit. I don't know. What is my rolling? That's 9 damage on that first one.
Not bad.
And the next one is... Okay, that's a bit better. That's a 16. Which is 9 damage again.
Damage again. Okay. Anything else before I go to the next initiative count 20?
That's it. That's action bonus action.
Okay. As all the shards finish falling on initiative count 20, the stars themselves go out. And you feel like this large vacuum, as if all the air is being sucked from your lungs. Can I have a constitution saving throw from everybody?
My God.
Fuck's sake.
That's good. That's good. That's
Oh.
22 all up for me.
12.
Nope. Mercastiel fails as well.
16.
That is the DC for this one.
Fucking, what's the math? 13 plus 6.
You're okay.
19.
Okay,
So-
I was blanking.
If you rolled below 16, which Mercastiel did, and Anna did, it feels as if all the oxygen in the atmosphere is being sucked up. Anyone who rolled below 16 is immediately suffocating and will die in a number of
Fun.
rounds equal to their constitution modifier.
Thank God I've got a decent con. Not great con, mind you.
Is there anything we can do about that?
Mouth to mouth.
I've used this.
Got you.
You'll find out. Rainier, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, yes, sir. I am not suffocating.
No, but you've basically got one mouthful of air before. Like, kind of take
I
in
am
that.
fine, thankfully.
Okay.
I'm fine. Shit. So I can't talk.
It will release the air and you will be suffocating.
Shit, because I had a... Fuck, okay. So what Rainy will do... She will shift back into human. And because I can't talk to Cal right now, I have to try and figure it out by myself. I will... Again, maybe I'm wasting my turn, but Rainier will go down to on one knee, touch the ground, and try to use grim psychometry to try and understand this place.
You can make a roll. And I want to clarify for suffocating. You have a number of rounds to reach air before your hit points drop to 0. So whatever your con modifier is, that's the amount of rounds you got before your gon's out. And obviously you can't.
That's for those who
spells.
suffocate?
Yeah, they're suffocating. They're not dead, technically. They have a number of rounds before they're dead equal to their con mod. So Merc has 4.
Okay.
You guys have
And
air, so you're holding your breath. You're holding your breath for a number of minutes equal to your 1 plus your con modifier.
I have 7 minutes in this bitch.
Yeah, but if you release that air...
Yeah, I'm not gonna be... Yeah, I will try to not talk. I'll try to understand on my own, like, what I'm trying to get out of this. Because obviously, like, this place is fucked. What I'm trying to understand with Grim Psychometry is what is the final stroke of that dream usually. Like, what happens finally when Cal wakes up? Because I can't ask him. So I try to figure it out with Grim Psychometry.
Okay, roll me a Grim Psychometry then.
Okay. Okay. It is plus what? Plus fucking Arcana. 23.
23. You start going through what you can. This place isn't where the shattering took place. This is like an actual vision of Cal's. You go through the dream as it's meant to, like, the jolting awake of Cal comes with the shatter. Cal's never been awake this long after. That's what you get from this. The end point has come and gone, but Cal didn't wake up.
And I get nothing more.
There's
Okay.
nothing. It's not. The area itself isn't a area of great tragedy or anything. The tragedy is the dream, and beyond that, the tragedy is what is about to happen to you all.
Ripperoni.
Okay. Would you say that this takes my action or my bonus action?
Does Grim Psychometry say it's an action or a bonus action?
Let's see. I do not know. It just says whenever you make an intelligence check to recall information, blah blah blah.
I would say this is your action, as you're like stopping to investigate, using the investigate action.
Fuck. Turn fucking wasted. Let's go.
Move close to Zamani. She loves it when you're angry beside her.
Yeah, no, I will not.
Currently the
Actually,
closest.
I am not in hybrid
Yep.
form right now. I dropped
so
it
you're
specifically. Yes, I will take out my crossbow and I will use my crimson right on it.
Okay.
I can't do much more.
Zamani.
So because you're not in shifty mode, I know that you're not gonna like whack me in the face, right?
Yep. Probably. You never know.
Valid. I would like to move away a bit. And I am going to shoot him in the face.
Okay.
Maybe 27 to hit.
Hits.
Damage.
We believe in
6
Zamani.
piercing. Huh?
6 piercing. Okay.
We believe in Zamani.
Thank you. And 9 sneak for the first.
9 sneak. Okay.
And for the second attack, 21.
1 hits. No sneak attack on this, just give me the bow.
7 damage.
Okay. Make Castiel's turn. Do with cleric. You do force damage, don't you, Anna?
Yes, I do. Thanks to my green eyes.
I'm pretty sure I can put vulnerability on this guy then.
Yes, that is something Grave Clerics can do.
Yep, as an action, one creature. I'm gonna say it's vulnerable to force damage. And that's Merc's turn. But as a bonus action, I'm going to throw a healing word 3rd level to
Is healing word like fucking vocal? Because suffocating.
oh shit, yeah, can't do it, you are correct.
Yeah.
But I can do the thing. It doesn't say choose one creature you can see. It doesn't say I have to pray, doesn't say anything. So yeah, vulnerability. Anna, your turn.
Cool. I'm having trouble finding my breath. Like it's like a case of cat got your tongue, but like way worse. Like the cat stole my lungs, basically. I'm going to use my inspiration to get advantage on this attack so I can make sure I hit. Well, that's good.
Make sure you can try and hit. What's it? What's it at? Is it 2 ones?
I feel like they missed.
Is that 2
I have a
ones?
strange feeling.
Right.
And we never saw them again.
2
Double
ones?
fucking that one. There was a double fucking that one.
No.
Bruh.
Hang on. No, that's not gonna work. Fuck.
Feels bad then.
Look, pal, the force damage it's still vulnerable to. You can Eldritch Blast it, but the cool
That's
combo's
fucking
not going for Anna. Gonna strike back with 2 attacks on Anna. Don't.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is Pepe cry over here.
Anna, that is first attack 16 to hit.
Yeah, you know it does.
4 slashing and
Yeah.
7 psychic. Second attack won't hit. Cal, your turn.
Alright, Cal is just going to loose straight away 2 Eldritch Blasts to hit this thing. Vulnerability to
Okay.
force damage, that's good.
You really don't want the
First
next layer
one.
action.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, AJ saying it's vulnerable to all
Yes.
damage for the next attack.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Is
That's
it pick a damage
10
type or is it all damage? 1 second. I don't think it matters, but
No.
Fuck
But
'em
it will
up.
be hit by this on here because that's a 17, so it's going to be vulnerable to this. That is 11 points of force damage, which it's vulnerable to. So double if that's right.
yeah, correct.
So 22 points of force damage.
Good, good.
It goes in a blast of smoke. Everything around you begins to fly away in flits of smoke. All of you jolt awake in your beds. The next of the dawn as the dream has come to an end with the dying of these creatures.
Do we have the long rest?
You do not have the long rest.
Second night in a row. Goddamn. I'll take a short rest if you don't mind.
Mind you, any potions you used, you still have them. They weren't consumed.
Hey.
Nice.
What about
And
intelligence?
are
that
we
may or may
are we
not
like
lost?
fully like wounded? Do we
Yeah,
have
the wounds
wounded?
last. The wounds go with you.
Okay, but what about that intelligence that we may or may not have lost?
That gets restored, don't worry.
Thank fuck.
Ay,
Cal's
ay,
just
ay.
going to like wake up in his room.
That's where we're going to take a break.
Nice.
We'll see you in a few minutes. But important before I go, this part of the stream
Yes,
where we
yes,
talk about
hold
shit
on.
that's awful in the world. I'm forgetting everything today. I'm sorry. I'm trash at everything today. But there is a war in Ukraine. Everything is really bad over there. Over 11 million people displaced, I believe, is the figure we got most recently. If you can do something to help support them over there, that's great. If not, just be aware of what's happening in the world. We'll see you soon. Oh, okay, we're back. As the party wakes up feeling worse after sleeping than before, it happens to me often. The day is yours.
We sleep
I
again.
We
smack
we
Cal in the
go.
face with the pillow.
I assume we all convene in a room where Cal is.
Before that happens, Zamani just straight up just like, fuck you, with the pillow.
Now,
Just barges
as you
into
wake up,
Cal's
though,
and yes.
there is
Yeah.
an odd feeling, a familiar feeling that you felt in the ruins at Earsphere, where magic is a little bit heavier. About 2-3 hours from sunrise.
Are spell slots still used up?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything is used, bar physical items.
Okay. And I keep feeling, are we all sharing a room, or is like everyone there in separate cabins, right?
No, you and Zamani are
There's-
sharing a room.
And
That's
Merc.
right.
Yeah, that's why I
And Merc
smack
is
you
in
with the
your
pillow as
in
soon
the
as I
other
woke
set
up.
room in your common area. And then across the hall there is the room for Anna and Rainier.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Zamani.
I just need to do that. And I just like I pat you on the head.
No, I'm sorry. That shouldn't have happened. I don't know what happened.
You hear
was-
a knock. Are you guys boning? Can we come in?
No, but come in, Rainier.
As we've canonically established, neither Cal or Zamani wear clothes to bed, so they're just living life.
Just like I mean, that's fine. Or can we like get dressed and then go outside to the common room and like have coffee and talk?
Sorry, we don't have
Do
substances
what you
here.
want.
Yeah.
Substances?
abuse.
Cringe.
Oh. Yeah, please. Let's just give us all a second. We all right? Everyone's fine though? Besides everything that happened?
I'm surprised I'm not physically bleeding, but everything is dead bad. I am holding on by a shred.
Right.
And sorry, I wanted to ask this as well. I need first from Merc, Anna, Zamani, and Rainier. I need Constitution saving throws from that night.
Oh wow, right.
What is you that does? What the fuck?
For exhaustion purposes.
Nope, not for exhaustion.
What? What? Dirty
25.
20.
Okay,
6.
6. Anna,
21.
21. You're okay. Rainier's okay. Racastiel and Zamani are not okay. As you are sitting around, you start to hear like cracking, and you look over, and there's like almost a window into your past. You look through and you try and get to a second, and it disappears. You're getting pretty bad visions right now. Reality just doesn't feel right. Your brain is a little bit foggy.
Madness virus.
It's like, is this how it's like for you all the time?
Like what? What's...
Like the world is like cracking like glass, and there's like other times on the other side, and then it goes away, and then it comes back.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate.
And you told me I had nothing to worry about when it comes to your sanity. You need to stop fucking lying to me.
I didn't think that it would ever affect any of you, or be enough of a concern that it would come up quite like this. And I apologize for that.
Just wait. Just save the apologies until we all go into the other room. I just wanted to ask if this whole cracky walls and shit was normal.
Zamani,
It is, but not for you.
as you're trying to walk out, as you get dressed, you open the door to walk out, and Cal goes first. You go through, and you walk through. You're much shorter. It's the last time you saw your father before he left to go on that mission, and you come through again, back to reality.
Zamani kind of like just kind of completely freezes.
The money? You were saying before?
There's
You're right.
No, I'm not. Anyways, and she just ignores you and goes and sits at the table.
Right.
Is that right?
So I don't exactly know where to start. Exactly. I mean, you're all pulled into a dream of mine, but that is not something that is normal. Nor is it something that has ever occurred before. I don't know what exactly happened.
Do you normally have to fight things like that in your dreams?
No. That is very different to what I experience normally. Usually I'm not myself. I'm not there in my own body. There's no one else there in their own bodies. That's merely a vision of the past. It's not anything in the present.
Do you
It's
normally
almost
see
different.
yourself in the chains?
Yes. It's a vision from the past of the dying god of his death that I witness. But
As
I witness
him.
it through him.
Are you the dying god?
That is...
Someone hit the buzzer again there.
Unfortunately, no. No. I'm not.
I inside this bitch.
As am I. Big brain here.
I need to know the insight.
It's a big 4.
Maybe.
Sus. I saw you
I am...
invent.
I am his herald, but I am not him.
Hello, that's been sort of pry too much, but could these dreams be some form of premonition, maybe a guide to know where you should be going? Is it saying like you should go back to that point?
Maybe, but no, this is... I'm never physically there in any dream that I have. It's never like this. I'm never in control of what happens, of what I do.
But that's a real
It's
place,
presented
though.
to me. If it is a representation of the Shatters.
Have you been there?
Where's
No.
that?
God, no. Up in Jotun territory. Far north. Far northwest of the world. I don't think any of us would go there without being killed by giants.
Well, it's not the first reason that we have to go north.
If it is the dying god's resurrection you seek, that might be a good place to start.
Potentially. However, I mean, there may very well be a shard there. But it's not somewhere that would be safe for us to travel to.
It's anywhere that we travel
Yeah.
to. We also have the tower to visit as well.
Zamani has a point. There's not a lot of safe areas for us.
No, but it is the homeland of the Jotuns, sworn enemy of humanity and gods and everything on this side of the world. Beings with power to rival gods. It's not exactly easily
Probably said
traversable.
something about us.
Maybe, but as far as I'm aware, it's killed on sight if anyone trespasses into their territory.
Then that's not to be spotted when we go there, then. It's an easy solution.
When?
To be fair,
Did we decide already?
At some point
I
in
don't
time in the future, I
think-
imagine if we're going to stick together, then I would like to support Cal in his endeavors.
You would, even if this is post dealing with Samael, you would be willing to continue.
I like you, and I don't really understand the whole dying god thing, but you do. And I trust you, even if you are a little insane.
Didn't honestly expect that response.
Sorry, I
Thank you.
don't agree with this pretty much. I like you too, but I don't fucking
But-
trust you, and you are insane. I'm not sure I want to lend my help without knowing what this dying god would do.
Right. I mean, I suppose I know your feelings towards deities isn't exactly the most receptive, Raina. So there's no proof beyond my words that I can show you. There's no vision like this of I can exactly grant you beyond my own words.
So what are your words? What would happen? Why should we help you? Because make no mistake, if I decide to help you, you will succeed, but why should I?
Right. The Dying God's return would see humanity be reborn. And I don't mean that in Celelio's sense. I mean that in a sense of prosperity and unity. The founder, the creator of all of us, blessing this world once again. Be an end to the infighting, an end to the chaos of those dark forces that plague us.
I'm not necessarily against this, but when you say the rebirth of all of us, you don't actually mean the rebirth of all of us, because not all of us would have been created. It would
No, but
be
more, I meant
starless,
more
right?
of humanity, more in the sense of a societal term to it, less in terms of physical.
That is very abstract.
It is all
Yeah.
very abstract.
I have stood in the presence of a star elf, and I felt the power that they wield. This is not something to take lightly. If Kel says that the Dying God can bring about the prosperity for the people of this land, I think it's worth looking into, if nothing else.
I have a question, Cal. These dreams, are they a boon from your patron?
They are both a blessing and a curse. The one you witnessed was a curse, but there are some that aid me.
When did they
And-
start?
When I first made the pact about 20, almost 20 years ago now.
How did you make that pact if he is no longer in this world? What happened?
Well, that's actually... His physical form is no longer present. And his mind is shattered, but it is still remains in existence and still is able to contact. However, for myself, it was a process, a long, arduous process of research and preparation into the correct rituals and invocations required to make this pact. For the better part of a decade, I studied and turned my scholarly pursuits towards understanding how to make this pact, how to reach out, how to really even attempt such an action. And I obviously succeeded in that.
Is there an altar you went to, or how did you do it? How did you made contact?
Through a rather elaborate ritual. There was no altar besides the shrines and sigils that I created myself. I did it really in my own rooms in the Narkanath University in Asian Alexandria. There was no one else involved, it was just myself. And once I made the contact, then the rest was in the hands of the Dying God, who saw me fit to take upon this task and to grant me the purpose that I currently live with.
Interesting.
When you say that the dying god would rid us of infighting and chaos and dark creatures plaguing the world, what dark creatures are you speaking of?
Take, for example, the prime example I can give is the one that currently plagues all of you, but has plagued my people for centuries now, which is the force of undeath. The undead necromantic forces of the Empire of Ghouls. The Darakul Empire.
What of the surface gods?
That is an interesting point. Makesta
What
was
of
just standing there.
Yeah, what of undead like Anna or anyone else revived?
Well, Anna is not exactly undead. She is closer towards being, if I understand this correctly, closer towards being a fiend than being undead.
would be pretty.
It's
Yeah,
not through
probably accurate.
necromancy that she was brought back to us. It is through offering her soul to Osiris. In regards to the ascended heroes, it depends on their choices on the matter. If they accept their positions as being demigods as such, and saints, if they would, then that would be different.
So it will be another holy war.
Depends on their actions.
So what you're saying is, if he is coming back, he is giving an ultimatum, and if they don't agree, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Look, I cannot speak entirely for what actions he would take. The first process of all of this is ultimately to secure the security and the safety of the Starless Elves, of my people. And that may be a long process that will be undertaken. And once we return to the surface, with his guidance, I cannot exactly speak for what will happen then, in regards to the Ascended. They are not here on this physical plane anymore. They have not walked here besides a few select saints for hundreds of years.
Going to
It
be
is
rude,
not
but it's
their place anymore.
Isn't the same
Well-
true of yours?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
I mean, your god
About
hasn't been.
your guy.
No, but if he restores his physical form, which I intend to do, then it won't be pulled beyond the divine gates. There is no force stopping them from appearing here. They broke whatever rules existed. I don't exactly know why even some like Samael are still here, to be honest with you, while the others were moved to their own plane.
Would Merc know that? Be able to
Know
shed
what?
some insight? I don't know, like why
The
the
divine
gods
gate
aren't.
situation.
Yeah, like why they
Well-
aren't physically here anymore, like that whole kind of thing.
Okay, so Merc will enlighten you that basically the believed religious aspect of it is they became something of like what a regular devil is to an archdevil, an angel would be to them. They became a being almost similar power to that, but the artifact of ascension gave them the powers of like an upper celestial, which also tied them to the land of Celestials Verbosa. So the prayer and worship that they got and the initial boost of power from the artifact of ascension allowed them to stay on the material realm for quite some time, but after that all their energy is tied to Verbosa in that realm, so they could not stay. And they can manifest in spiritual forms like Celelia did for Anna. That's not a physical form, like they're not interacting like much with the world. They can, but it requires like a lot of power. And the main difference between like ascended god and an old god like the Firewalker, the Eye of Ruin, or the Dying God is they without worship they could fall from minor god to minor god, and then if they completely got cut off they would be no different than an angel. Like with enough worship, like it kind of falls off to like equivalent power of a saint, and then below that they're like
And
And
they're a
it's
strong
true of the
celestial.
reverse.
Yeah, and the dying god would not be bound to the same restrictions.
No, the Dying
He
God
would
is
be
an old
walking
god.
around willy-nilly.
The same as the Firewalker, Eye of Ruin, who are walking around the material realm.
They are.
They are.
Me not knowing the lore.
Or read the
One
world
of, one of them
animal.
is one of them is Big Chill in the middle of Lake Hespire.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
a place, like, that's a monastery. We don't know that he's there.
No, that is common knowledge.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Rainier is not.
yeah,
But as
Question.
Hmm.
What's the, like, political stance of the dying god on, like, monsters? Like, strong on necromancy, weak on monsters?
monsters, I mean, depends. Monsters, I mean, depends what you mean. I mean, most are part of the natural order of the world. They're not exactly unnatural creations. They don't interrupt the balance of life and death.
Okay.
So the big thing that the dying god cares about is the current natural balance between life and death. That's his
No,
biggest
the
deal.
ultimate thing is for humanity. His creations here. And ensuring that there is
So-
a world for them.
So we're saying that the dying god created all of humanity?
That is confirmed. The
Is-
dying god is the being that brought humanity to Quenthos as a whole. That's the reason why there's humans
Besides-
and elves and all on the realm.
Besides,
Okay, is that
besides
true from
those
the-
that came with the Firewalker and the Eye of Ruin,
Oh, well, that's my question. Is like he like just created humanity because like that's kind of what it feels like you're saying, like all of
Oh.
like human bipedal human peoples.
Yeah.
yeah,
And even the Alisons.
Wait,
Okay.
and what about the ones that
Ex-
Firewalker brought?
Yeah.
They
So did he
came-
make those too, and then
No,
the
they-
Firewalker adopted them?
no, they came from the other side of the world, which I admit I don't know much upon, but from my knowledge there are many other old gods that still live over there, and of similar nature. They are beings of creation that have the power to create life.
And they all yoink the same design and make the same human.
Yeah. So
Oh,
like
human is
so-
very base design, you know?
It's efficiency.
so wait a second. So the dying god and some other god on the other side of the world that never met each other or talked to each other both made humans.
No,
I
you
see.
can as
Yeah.
they met.
That's the point that I acknowledge that I don't think anyone here would, on this side of the world, would actually know of. But they do know each other. The Dying God had connections on the other side of the world and came from there over here.
So then
So he stole the homework.
so they collaborated together to make
They
humanity.
collaborated, and then he obviously decided to create some of his own.
So it was
So
a group effort.
The
It wasn't
the,
just
the
that the dying
eye,
god made all of people.
the Firewalker said, "Okay, you can copy my homework, but don't make it too obvious."
Yeah,
I changed their eyes.
So I will
Yeah. And I
step
create
in to explain a bit of
treatable-
lore of the setting here.
Mhm.
Because on the other side of the world there was the War of the Gods, which now tore it asunder, and for Quenthos knowledge it is ruins. But there is many old gods, the first of which being the Dawn Watcher, the brother of the Dying God, and the Matron of the Woods, which in efforts started creating the races of humanity, the first being the Star Elves. Then as more old gods came into like the mortal realm, like whatever, there's a big family tree which none of you would know, so I don't need to explain. They were like, okay, well, I want beings to worship me, so some made Yuan Ti, some made dwarves, some made tritons, some made changelings, and some aren't even alive, like the ones that made goblins died in the War of the Gods. So a specific race was created by a specific deity or two deities as a whole, and then basically when the Dawn Watcher and the Matron of the Woods came to Quenthos Daraplin as a planet, it was inhabited. It wasn't a realm that was just no existence. It was inhabited by the Jotuns and Giantkind, and that's where the war with the Jotuns came from. They won on the Daraplin side, and the Dying God said, I'm going over to the other side. I'm bringing humanity to populate this side, and we're going to fight the Jotuns on this side, on our front. And as we saw with the Dream of Kaz before with the Dying God, is the Dawn Watcher was trying to beseech them not till we're done on this side, then we will go over there. But there was either hubris or confidence, whatever it would be, that the Dying God said, no, I'm capable. And lo and behold, was not. So there's Jotuns on this side, no Jotuns on that side. Old gods on that side, only a few old gods on this side.
So essentially, he did not make humanity. He only made star elves, and then just brought star elves and some other shit to this side.
Brought humanity as was cultivated by all the old gods. Said, I'm going to bring our
Yeah.
people
So like
to here.
a spoon of each over there. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
basically we're
doubt,
going to take
two
a few
each.
of,
Yeah.
like, not all the races were taken, but like select few. That's how we have like some over here, but some not over in the
Not
Daraplin side, because
gnomes.
their old god died, so no more were made over there.
Gnomes are stinky. Yeah,
Gnomes are cringe.
gnomes are stinky.
Gnomes are correct.
Shut your mouth. Shut your dirty little mouth.
Gnomes will
so he
eventually
did
be in
not
Quenthos, but that's conversation that doesn't need to happen right
Okay,
now.
but he did not
Yeah.
make humanity. He made star elves.
Not that
We're trying to like in character be
out
like
of
so.
character, out of character.
Okay.
It's
so.
like,
What do you want me to
in
clarify out of
characters-
character or in character? Because
Yeah,
I can clarify
okay.
what is known in and out of character. What is the question?
I know out of character. In character, Zamani is asking Cal, like, okay, you're saying he's like the leader of the Star Elves, but like there's a lot of other races here. So like, why does he give a shit about these other races when they have their own dudes that they kind of have a vibe going on with?
In character answer for that, for even Cassindiers, like, just because he's not related by blood doesn't mean he cares any less for them. He brought them all here. They are all his children, whether they were created by him or not.
The bringing part and the whole making part were kind of smushed together, which is why I think like in character, like we were confused because they're like, wait, but you said he made Star Elves, and then but you also said all these other ones, like how like that was the confusion. I think
It makes sense now, I think.
Clear that up. DM steps in to clarify.
Yes.
Complicated lore. It's nobody's fault. There's dense lore for this setting.
No, I'd argue it's Wrath's fault again.
It's
Yeah,
Russell, okay.
always.
God, come on.
I'm just giving Calacindia's perspective on all of this.
Yeah.
So
Also, that is the thing.
respect you,
Calacinder's perspective isn't.
This is
like,
Calacindia's
necessary.
perspective on this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is why Zamani is like asking questions
And
like,
Cal, I respect and support you.
Thank you.
No, but the known
It's like-
like lore of the Dying God as like the religion, like the religious texts, like they mention the other side of the world, and they mention he brought over many to face the Jotuns and humanity. He was going to populate. It was like his entire like trying to be like crowning achievement. This is my like this will bring me glory. I will like all of the old gods are over here fighting these. I am more capable. I will take on more. Lo and behold, lost.
okay.
Do got
Do we know that part in character?
What, that he lost to the Jotuns?
I feel like we just
Like
learned that.
well, like the whole like, oh, I'm gonna go over here because I'm stronger than you
No,
guys.
you
I'll
do
be
not know
fine.
that.
And,
Cal
like,
knows that from the vision, but you guys do not know that.
okay,
We just know that he lost.
Also, you for all your guys' in-character knowledge, the other side of the world is destroyed. It is like a graveyard from the War of the Gods. All the gods tore each other apart,
I mean,
and that's
it
why the
is.
Firewalker and the Eye of Ruin fled.
Yes, what are you
Yeah, it's a
talking
shithole.
They can make new ones.
What are you talking about? So
okay,
that's
people who actually played a campaign on that side of the world, shut
No,
up.
Played
it's a
multiple.
shithole over there. It's not great.
right. So that's that sums that up. I can't remember where we were at in that conversation.
Yep,
It's-
yep.
Pick up from there.
Okay.
It's a montage.
I mean, there's honestly like there's a lot of concerning factors on both sides, but like, I'm fine with at least like trying to make your patron happy with you and shit.
Thank you, Zamani.
Anything that will get this shit to stop at this point.
Well, I'm worried that that's going to do the opposite. If his patron is trying to reel us into Cal's nightmares, I don't think being more entrenched into all this will help you not get the nightmares.
At this point, I am literally watching the world crack in front of me like ice on top of a lake. Anything that can get it to stop, I'm fine with pursuing.
Here's a man. Just out of curiosity, how many fingers am I holding up?
Because you guys didn't know that Zamani was seeing that up until she said that.
As Anna says that, Zamani, you look over and Anna's face cracks and shifts to Cesar's for just a second.
I hate you. Zamani physically
as-
jumps for a second.
As to what happened
There's three.
last night
Number.
and what is still affecting some of you, I believe, as some of you may be able to sense it, there is a particular feeling where we are currently in the ocean.
Oh, it's fading, by the way. Like,
It's fading?
rapidly.
But there
There
was
was.
one back there. Yeah.
Do you want to turn back, or what is the treasure?
But do you think that a shard of your god is deep in the water over there?
Would I have picked that up from the feeling at all, Des? Besides it just being similar, did it feel like it was there, or did it feel...
That's the conclusion you're coming to. That's the conclusion you're coming to. I've put the hints and all in front of you. I'm not going to give you an answer.
Do we have any means of diving in the water and...
No.
Mm.
But you
Well,
can
I
mark it
don't.
on your map for later.
Yeah,
I have noted it.
we are between the Burton and this island. We
Insecure.
will be coming back the same way.
Mhm.
You might want to talk to Captain about this next
I
dinner.
don't think we're coming back the same way.
And, well, we are. We have to kind of do a circle
There-
back
there's-
around.
This just shook his head no, so that's the
But
reason why I brought it
At
up.
some point in the future, at the very least, I
If you're
haven't
going somewhere, you
remembered-
could go back. You would probably sail more out to sea to go curve around, but you can if you want.
I have noted where it occurred. And in the future, if I have a means of traversing underwater and, well, reaching whatever lies below, then absolutely,
You have more of an idea than before.
I do.
Do
And
you
I
know
don't
s-
think. I hope not. But I think that once we clear out of this area, it should be better. I hope so.
Just out of curiosity, am I picking up on what I think you're putting down? I'm sort of getting the feeling that you think there might be one of these shards down there.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah. Essentially, or else some sort of old temple that used to exist, much like the one in Erosphere. Site that contains some knowledge of the Dying God.
All right. Well, I think we grilled Cal enough for one day. Time to meditate, Anna. Let's go.
Okay.
Have fun.
As you all split off, going to around to do your own individual things. Mark's just going to go to bed. I don't want to deal with it. Mark's going to bed.
He's got a Blair Witch in the corner this time.
I mean, very fair. Very valid.
But Zamani, I need to know two things. What are you doing, and what is your wisdom save? I
Yeah,
rolled. I
that
just need to know the
has to-
modifier.
Oh, my
Big fat zero.
modifier for wisdom.
Your wisdom
Well,
saving throw modifier.
As you know, I am so very wise, and it's a 0.
And you would.
Well, that's very good because that makes it for your entitled and your total is a 1. What do you do here, Dave?
Nice.
I want to ask Cal more about this fucking fracture shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So about start talking to Calicindir, asking a few questions, and then Calicindir's face cracks down the middle as reality around you fades away. There's completely as you start seeing visions of madness. Cal, could you describe what your room looked like as you were making the ritual to contact the Dying God? Describe the ritual for us that Zamani's experiencing it.
Okay, so you would see a very sort of archetypal academics' quarters. As you see, like a bed in a room, but it is in a state of complete disarray. There is like scrolled sort of bits of notes and paper all everywhere, very clearly in a work in progress state. There's just bits of just scrolls with sort of sigils written on them, sort of on the walls. You see on the ground sort of massive chalk lines and incantations sort of drawn out everywhere. Very much in the process of a ritual taking place. There's small, just like symbols you see drawn all over the place in sort of various parts of the chalk drawings of just an astrolabe fixed as a whole with just stars in the middle of it. And you see Cal at the center of the ritual. Is this as the ritual's taking place or towards the end of it?
This is just the setup, so just give me the setup.
Okay, this is the setup. Yeah, and you see Cal in the middle of it with a book open in his hands, just scrolling through, reading various lines out of it, going through, reading more lines out of it.
As this goes further and further, Cal, what you witness is Zamani's eyes start to, like, you know when you can tell someone's about to faint? Except she kind of just starts to get limp in her chair and her eyes fully roll back, and the same thing that happens to Cal, stars going across his eyes, begins to happen to Zamani. As Cal, I'm going to flip a dice as your future is going to be predicted in this next few moments.
Oh boy!
It's getting turned on me.
How the Turntables.
How the
Heads or
tables
tails,
turned
Calicindir?
Let's heads. Fuck.
The money, what you see after this ritual is a moment of what you can. It's very difficult to concentrate on this. Your brain is going a million miles a second. But you look through, and maybe Cal's a little older. It's difficult to tell with his elvish lineage. You're walking through Ariel Keep. It's a little bit more built up than when you last left it. There's a moment where you look over the table. It's trying to like read something in a dream. You can't make over any of the notes that are actually down there. But you walk up to Calicindir, and there is a look to you. Like, you're not sure if it's to you or who you are, but it feels like it pierces your soul. And there's like this venom in the words. I told you if you came back here, it would be your last moment. What you did was unforgivable. And Calicindir goes for a blade, and the vision comes through. You don't know who you were in the vision. You don't know if it was you. You don't know what it was, but that is what you get.
Mm-hmm. Do I see Zamani come to?
Yeah, you recognize this. You're like, oh fuck, no, oh no.
Cal's already there, just like at Zamani's side, being like, Zamani?
Yeah. I hate your shit.
What happened?
Can I just go back to getting my eyeballs taken out every now and then?
So, are you alright? What did you say?
It was you. You were very angry at somebody.
Is this in the future, or did you see something that's happened? Or
I saw both. One was your pre-patron setup, which was very messy, by the way. Very out of character for you. Thanks, Des.
I didn't do anything.
No, of course not. And the other one was an Ariel Keep, and you were mad that somebody came back. You told them that you would kill them if they did, and apparently they did, and I was them.
right. And I know my dreams can be very vague. Did you pick up who it was at all? You had no idea. I'm sorry you had to. But just still seeing all this money.
You're definitely going crazy. How long have you been dealing with this? You said 20 years?
20 years now?
Okay,
I
I'm
think
a
the
lot
4 years
more.
mixes up a bit. I think give it or take it a bit. Almost 20 years.
Yeah, I'm a lot more concerned for your mental well-being than I was about 48 hours ago.
I'll be honest with you, Zamani. There are times that I speak to you or to McCastiel, Anna, people like that, and I think I've had this conversation before, but I haven't. That I think that I've said things that I haven't, that I don't know.
Is it always your own past that you see when everything starts cracking, or is it other people's too?
I rarely see my own past. It's usually the dying gods I see in that regard.
How often does the walls start cracking apart for you? Because it's happened 3 times since we started talking.
Right. Well, that's the thing. It happens quite continuously for me. It's work and effort to keep in control and to try and look past them and to try and focus on the world around them. Block them out as best as you can before they get overwhelming and you have to peer into the depths of whatever abyss is waiting for you there.
Well, so far the abysses have all been you and my own past, so I guess at least there's that.
Well, I will say, when your first ritual ever took place, the frequency and your own past and other people's you're seeing past These are very similar telltale signs to when you first made your pact. The visions you first started getting, the frequency, the cracking. Like, it's very... And there's part of you that feels... I don't want to say validated, but like... glad that you're not the only one who's experienced this, but there's also a deep part of you that's extremely concerned for Zamani right now.
Do you feel yourself, Zamani?
And
And it's a weird
sense?
question, I know, but do you still feel in
No.
control of yourself?
I would say yes, unless Des has something to tell me otherwise.
Not 1 then, not 20. Yeah, you feel in control of yourself.
So, yeah, it's...
Okay.
I mean,
Good.
I feel like me. It's just I feel like me who's constantly getting flashbanged from the past, and everything is made of constantly cracking glass.
Right.
I mean, like the air. Everything is just constantly cracking apart.
Right, and it's like there's fractures in what you see in front of you that gives you visions of...
Do you have one question?
places that
Sorry
may not-
to interrupt. That I feel this is important. Zamani, what were your eye colors before you got your eyes? Because they did shift back to that during those visions before your eyes rolled back.
Like before they were green.
Yeah, what did they look like?
Before she actually had heterochromia, which I think is kind of cool. So one was like a dark, deep, like black purple, and the other one was yellow.
Cal, you can choose to say that too, Zamani, if you so wish. I have a lot of notes, and I'm sorry, my brain is just fried today.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Like consistently back to normal now, or green?
No, they're back green, but just before her eyes rolled back for the visions, it was as if the only thing I could say is an archdevil is very strong, but there is an overwhelming force of a great old god that seemed to just like take over for a brief second.
I'm sorry for that question. There was a moment there that I saw your eyes change to what I think they used to be, from what I remember. Different color to one another.
Like they weren't green anymore, and they didn't do the star thing that yours did?
No. Well, before they
did the
went back. There was a brief moment in there. They switched.
To what?
What they used to be. Wait, did
you wouldn't have
I
ever
never
seen
saw that. I
her
never
eyes
saw
like
that. Yeah, I never saw that.
No, you would have never seen her eyes like that before.
Yeah.
Wait, did Cal have a vision of your past before the pact was made?
He did.
Cal did now.
Well, no, he did
No,
on the moment where that happened, right?
Yeah, so he would have.
Wouldn't
That's
happen.
true,
He
that's
wouldn't have
true.
seen her eyes before.
I saw them. They were two different colors to one another. They were not green.
Was one yellow and the other purple.
Yes.
Well, that's concerning.
What does that mean? Anything?
Well, my eyes turned green when I made my pact. But you said that was my natural eye color. Or our colors. Oh, that's...
Are you
Is
still?
your patron... Go ahead.
Are you still able to do your pact things, or? I mean, they're back to green now, so that's.
I gotta say it like that. I mean, I prestidigitate something.
Yeah, it works.
I guess.
There's a brief moment of panic where you feel like it's not going to, but it does.
Yeah.
Okay. That's.
Oh, he's gonna be so mad.
I mean, he had 4 years not in control, I guess. So.
No, my patron's not going to be happy about this.
Right. Well, let's hope that comes after you stop seeing what you're seeing.
Well, I mean, he could be seeing everything I'm seeing right now.
He could.
Considering that he probably felt that.
He could. Carlson
I
is
mean-
thinking to himself, just needs one like shit.
I mean, even Samael hasn't done anything because he knows what will happen. I assume
Right.
to a certain extent. I mean, when he came and he teased everybody in the forest, he absolutely completely ignored me, and I assume because he didn't want to start, literally poking archdevils. But now my patron is currently at war, so that's an extra factor. And now your patron is apparently trying to adopt me or some shit.
I don't think it's adoption. I don't know Zamani, to be honest with you. I don't know exactly what's
I
going
mean,
on
he
with
took
you.
away my patron pact for
It's-
a moment.
What you're going through at the moment, Zamani, is very similar to what I went through when I first made the pact. Uncontrollable visions, not being able to stop seeing faces and people and things that aren't there and which shouldn't be there, but are there.
I mean, everything I've seen has all been stuff that I've already seen it before, except for your being angry and future
Right.
Ariel peep.
Right.
And if I have to keep looking at dead people, I'm not going to be okay.
Zamani,
Let me know.
there's a voice in your head.
For fuck's sake.
What was that?
Someone just was like, I don't know. I'm freaking out. I actually need to talk to you. Because the undying god yoinked us out, like, because this is all in my head. Like, I can talk to him without speaking out loud, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the undying god just yoinked us all into fucking Cal's nightmare, and now everything is breaking. And he says it's like when he first made his pact, and I saw a fucking vision of his future, and apparently my eyes went back to normal, and I don't know what's happening.
Oh, no. That's not good.
No,
And
it's really not.
the voice is gone. It's just... There needs to be
That's
for someone who plans everything, he needs a minute.
valid.
Zamani, I'm...
You basically just saw someone kind of stare off into the void for a moment, and then she just looks back at you like, okay, hi.
Cal just looking that direction. Did you see something else? Another vision there?
No, I was having a conversation.
Alright. I imagine with your patron.
Yeah, he needs a moment, I guess. I don't know, he left. I told him what happened and he left. So,
I can't say for certain what's happened here, if it's simply just a reflection
all
of
the
my
men
own...
in Zamani's life go out for milk. God damn it, Seth.
I don't know if what simply happened is... fuck's sake, is simply a reflection of my own self, my own abilities, and my own pact, or if it's more than that. But if it does persist, I will help you, Zamani. I don't intend to let you deal with this alone.
Well, at least there's that. I don't intend to become a patron of your guy. I don't mean this in any offensive way, but I can't deal with this shit. I've been
Suppose that's
through
fair
enough
enough.
shit to ever want to go through any of it ever again, let alone having to see it every time I turn a corner.
That is, I suppose, fair enough. It's not really even better when you don't see your own, you see his. That's not really an improvement.
At least there's no emotional connection with that.
That's the worst part. There always is the emotional connection.
At least it's somebody else's.
True. But Zamani, please let me know if there's anything changes. If it starts to get worse at all, or...
Okay.
I am going to be back shortly. I need to take a moment and... Yeah.
I really
Buy
wanted you to
some
say
milk.
go get some milk.
I know.
Yeah, we were waiting.
Hey guys,
For the meme.
No,
Zamani,
it's
though,
okay. He's just
as-
going to poop. It's fine.
Zamani, as you are left
need-
alone,
I need to get some milk.
There's a brief moment where there's the ethereal footsteps as coming into vision is the decaying lord. So they stand there staring at you. There's like a certain tension you've never seen to them before. You're not sure if it's hostility or there's like
I'm not going to bite.
There's a few uncertainties right now. As you look at the decaying lord, there's a brief moment where he cracks in front of you. You look back and there's a very young, very, very scared looking green tiefling boy begging for food on the streets. It's a snowy city. There's a large flag of like a beautiful navy with a raven on its banner. Just snaps to again.
Zamani like has like not quite jumps, but not quite twitches, like somewhere in between, and she just looks down and she's like, "I'm sorry."
Don't like this, Samani.
I don't like it either. Everything is breaking all the time.
There's just a look over you. You don't, from the way he's standing, you don't get a feeling of like why he's here right now. There's more just like a see it to believe it that he is doing right now.
Yeah. Zamani isn't looking at him in an attempt to avoid whatever just happened because she doesn't want to make him more angry.
Let's hope for your sake this stops soon. As he disappears. So what would you like to do with the rest of your day?
She'd honestly like to fly. So she's probably just gonna kind of like catch the one and like glide along with the ships.
What's
Yeah,
its
easy to
speed
do.
versus the ship?
I don't
I'll say it. It works.
Yeah, she just doesn't want to just sit there in the room doing absolutely nothing.
It's fine. Even if you're slower than the ship, we just tether you like a kite, and it
Yeah.
works.
If she has to, she would.
You're okay. And yeah, what would you like to do with the rest of your day? Cry. Exactly, Mitch.
Yep.
Anna and Rainer outside. People who rolled high on their con saves.
What's good?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
We're living our best life right now.
Yeah, we're just chilling. We're meditating. We're eating, like drinking smoothies. It's all good.
There's definitely no smoothies up here in the crow's nest because I think I dropped them.
After a while, you just see Zamani just kind of like flying.
Rainer, your wisdom save is a +1, right?
Yes. What is this wombo combo on everyone?
I just need to know.
Yeah, sure. It's a 1.
That's okay.
We do the same thing we did last time, because for the next few days we'll master the scanning meditation technique, and then we'll move on to the real shit. So
I was praying, fuck. Don't pray. I get in
Yep.
trouble.
don't pray, I'll kill you.
And as you're trying to focus on the meditation, there's a message that comes to your mind. Familiar voice. We have a situation. My investment in Zamani is teetering on expiring by the feel of it. If it completely goes, I need you at the ready.
Can I reply back?
You can. You're not sure if they're going to hear it or do anything with that information.
Okay, Anna's just going to, in her own head, say, I'm gonna need some more information. This is not a lot to go off of. I'm here if you need me, but information is helpful.
Nothing yet. You'll get context when it matters. If it matters.
Anyway, how's that thorn in my heart doing?
Just give me a good old, just let's go wisdom check.
I'm great at these.
Wait, with advantage?
With advantage.
Ooh,
Yay.
okay, that's better than the first roll was. So it's just a straight 16. My modifier is 0.
Elderberry.
Yep.
I don't want to be a liquid state.
Yeah, liquid ADs. I don't know what you want us to say. Like,
So as the meditation goes, it goes much better today. You're much less like fidgeting. It's again, you feel the thorn wrap further through. You're not sure if it was the time in the landless, sleepless dreams or the meditation, or perhaps a combination of both. But you feel your powers as an ill rigger form more. Drop a level of sorcery, gain a level of ill rigor.
hey,
And
do I
the
see
arrow.
any or sense any interesting shit with Anna?
You see Anna just like twinge a little bit as your heart grows a little colder, Anna, as the vines, the roots wrap around your heart.
Well.
Al, what are you doing? All memes aside of looking for milk, what are you doing?
Well, he was just step out the room for a little bit and just into his own space somewhere where he just starts pacing around, thinking, muttering prayers under his breath, just pacing around.
We reroll this.
And he
We do
will attempt to
reroll,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, he will attempt to go back and try and find Zamani, if she's still there or if she's elsewhere on the ship.
At this stage, you see she is flying around.
He's gonna just like try and be like signal down to Zamani.
If she sees you signaling, she would jump back down.
Zamani, how are you?
How do I look? The answer is not hot,
Dumb
sexy,
question, I
and
know.
horribly falling apart at the seams. Then you're wrong.
Well, that was my guess, but I'm going to try something, and I want you to be there.
I'd appreciate some more information.
I'm going to try and reach out to the Dying God and ask what is exactly going on with you. And I thought it best and only right that you were there when I attempt to do that.
Okay.
And if I can, I will attempt to sever what is going on between the two of you.
Please. I don't know if he's listening or not, but I send like a nice little thought, just being like, he's gonna try to fix this.
Response.
I figured he wouldn't, but
Right. Just give me a minute or so. Take some money to somewhere probably just not in the main part of the ship, probably like a room to a side, probably just their bedroom.
Their bedroom.
And he'll bring out the bottle of milk. No,
Oh, what a twist!
And no, he will start drawing up the sigils and the signs and start casting Eldritch Communion.
Okay. So, exactly of this Eldritch Communion, you contact your great old one and ask one question that can be answered with a one-sentence reply, no more than 20 words. There's a 25% chance the thing contains a falsehood or is misleading in some way.
However, this is a means of direct contact. That
Yes.
Cal knows.
This is.
So how is this going to do that? And as he begins casting it, all he's going to say is, "Can you, please, as your humble servant, cut whatever ties you to Zamani? She did not make this bargain, nor this burden. I beseech you, please."
Do you want to roll the D100 or will I roll the D100?
Fuck. My rolling hasn't been hot today. I'm not sure.
Between
Well, if
1
you roll,
and
you will
25.
know.
I feel it's only right that I roll this, though.
But actually, I'd say it has a 25% chance to contain a falsehood. I think it's pretty better
Yeah,
that
you
I
will
roll
know.
it so you won't know if it has a falsehood. Because Cal
True.
wouldn't.
Spicy.
So I rescind my offer. I will be rolling this D100.
Absolutely.
I saw that smile.
As the voice comes through. You ask a great deal. This Imani is blessed with vision. May she be a boon to you. Yeah.
Do I get a feeling that I can respond?
You can try.
Is that said
You
out
can-
loud so I can hear it?
No, this is in Cal's mind.
Okay.
Cal will just say, "It would be more of a boon to me if I have her better of mind and sane."
There's no response.
Cal's just going to stay sort of knelt down for a few seconds. We're getting back up. I'm not sure. I tried.
Did what you,
I don't know what's going to happen now. There was no definite.
did what you could. Cal, it's fine. Did what you could. She's just kind of gonna like pat him on the shoulder, like not like in a stupid way, but like in actually like a it's actually it's okay.
I accepted this, Zamani, thinking and under the conditions that would involve myself and no one else would be pulled into this. It was my decision, my pact, my bargain, my path.
Since when has any patron ever done things specifically according to how you wanted and thought and consented to? Let's be real. We have engaged with forces far beyond anything that we can handle. And this is part of what comes with that.
Sorry, Zamani.
Me too.
As the day progresses, about midday, a small port in swampy land is on the cusp of your vision. The port of Zakir.
Does it seem like a populated town?
It's it's a small town. It's a couple hundred people. Although the entire time this place is being described as swampy and like, is never described in like terms of aesthetic. It is, the buildings themselves are quite small, but there is a slight beauty to it as you sail closer. You see the only way they can be described, a very local like fauna to the area, flora to the area, is there is beautiful gold leaf trees that can only be described as like wisteria trees, but instead of purple dangling, it's all golds dangling around. It's very nice. The marshy ground is not the aesthetic that you'd want for these trees, but they grow here well. The buildings are made of...
Sorry. I didn't realize that you were still going. Please continue.
The buildings here are made of mostly woodwork. They're not anything heavier, and everything's on like raised platforms. Nothing itself is actually sitting on the swamp itself. Everything's like on raised wood. It's like walkways and platforms that separate this city. It's elevated, lets it sink into the swamp. And you imagine, by the look of some of them, and some buildings long ago have sunk in and been replaced. It's not a very prosperous town.
I just wanted to ask, like, one of like the deckhands or anyone who's close by about the trees. Like, I've never seen anything like that before. What are those?
Yes. Who do you ask? Do you ask someone on the ship or when you dock?
If we're docking like now, I would ask someone at the dock. But if we're like still on the ship, then I guess
You're still on the ship for like probably a few minutes anyway before you get like called in by the harbor master and all.
okay. I'd wait until we're on the docks then and ask about the.
Okay. You just close out, there's like a half-elven guy. Oh, they're I don't know the actual name for them, but they're nicknamed Falling Stars. So they look like little stars falling off the branches.
They're beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, they're the leaves taste a little shit, don't make good tea, wouldn't recommend it. He just goes back about his day.
Good to know.
As you look around, there's Zakir. I'm going to call the session here very early, I know. We're going to go through our favorite moments, but I just don't want to go too far before we get AJ back. Just because, like, we're in the new region,
That's fair.
I would rather not. So we can do our favorite moments, so we've got plenty of time to do it today.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
Let's go for our favorite.
App has 3 exhaustion levels right now.
Yeah, look, this is not what I was expecting.
Favorite Rainier moments we'll start with, and mine is definitely the blood curse of Anxious. The calling out to Cassian, you're like, well, neither of them have like, Rainier's not the most social person. Like, there's like, she's been with Cal a long time, and I like to think that she knows how to connect, and like, Cal's mind can often get distracted. I like to think this isn't something the first time she'd be like, focus! I thought it was nice. It was also good use of your abilities. That was my favorite Rainier moment.
How's ADHD confirmed?
If his ADHD just manifested in seeing things. I
have one. Rainier realizing that it was going to be a problem if she stayed in her half form and deciding to like bop out like after their conversation of like, hey, let's work together and like be open about shit more. I thought it was cool for her to be like, let's avoid this problem before it happens.
I think that was the first time I actually willingly dropped it. No, that's the second.
Yeah.
It's the second.
Or when was the last time?
During the big fight with with Althea.
Yeah, that's right. Like the fact that it's her dropping it, like for the sake of like the people around her, is becoming like a more common thing. I think it's really cool. Yeah, the growth, man.
Yeah, honestly, I liked this Rainier attempting to figure out the situation. Like, not necessarily just going like, yep, just let's try and kill our way through this, but like, no, like trying to actually use, because Rainier is smart, Rainier is intelligent, and Rainier trying to just piece it together using what abilities she could in this utterly alien situation that she found herself in, trying to be like, okay, there has to be some sort of something I can figure out here. There has to be some piece of the puzzle I'm missing. I thought that was just it was like a small insight into a character during combat, which is usually not the easiest place to have that.
So, middle of me fucking with my character sheet. I would probably have to say that my personal favorite Raina moment is it comes in the form of like understanding the situation that she is in, and in one way or another, really just getting that message across to everyone else. Specifically referencing when she was in that sort of feral state, up next to Cal, looked at Cal, full body mind, and said, "Get the fuck away from me."
Yeah.
It's
Honestly,
great.
I'm glad Raph mentioned her trying to use her abilities creatively, because like the unknown chaos, that's where Rainier thrives. She is like built for new problems that require radical like solutions, quick decision making. That's her favorite terrain right there. So
So-
I'm glad.
So what you're saying is modern problems require modern
Exactly.
solutions.
Exactly, that's exactly what I mean. But my favorite moment, yes, I did enjoy using successfully different shit to try and help outside of Hulk smash. Like she's smart. What I enjoy is playing into her unshatterable confidence in herself, saying like, if I do like put my lord behind you to get that god back, you will succeed. I'm just not sure if I want to.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly how she feels, right? Because like she built herself up through the years, and that kind of confidence based on evidence, that shit is like strong,
I just want to say that clearly
relate.
Rainier forgot to put in the other calculations of the other shitters she's with, so that probability of success goes down drastically when you account for us.
That is actually true.
Look-
Minus the clownery.
I just want to try and tear out that confidence as Eloin, and I'm looking forward to trying.
Oh, you do your best, bud. She's ready. Like Rainier doesn't get like caught by something twice. Like she is smarter than me. So one time is enough for her.
Oh, I know.
She knows.
That's why I got
what
to
she will
improvise, adapt, and overcome. I can't use the same shit twice.
Yeah, well, let's see who overcomes who. No, but that was fun.
All right, and our favorite Anna moments. I'm happy. I'm so happy you got your big pop off in combat. You finally got your big ol' like. I've been waiting for combat, and like only 2 levels in Illrigger, but like that big damage for a level 2 character. Snaps for Anna.
The fact that it heals too, love it.
Yeah. Like the self-sufficiency on Illrigger is pretty fucking good.
Rainer's like, I like it. Sufficient. I approve.
Yeah. No, she actually was like, damn, that's good. Like that's pretty. Like I get my healing next level. She already has it. Like 2. Like that's pretty fucking cool.
If you know, I know a guy. If you want to get a little dip in this,
You only need 2 levels.
I'm good.
But yeah, like honestly, just going off that, I love how quickly you're adjusting, Kay, to just like being able to just like use the various combos and just get into the class itself. Like completely new class, starting from a low level when everyone else is much higher. Yeah, it's just good to see. It's good to see it happening. And happening so quickly as well, just clicking.
Yep.
The combat stuff is all really cool, and I know like you find it super satisfying, but like I just love how like Zamani's just over here like my entire world is cracking apart, and then it's like, how many fingers am I holding up?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Look, she doesn't understand the situation you're in.
Oh
She's
yeah,
just
no,
like,
no, no.
"Oh,
Like I get that she doesn't understand, and like so does Samani, but it's just like the like lighthearted, chill vibes. And Samani's just like, I want to be there. I want to be there, please. I just loved like that she was just like, let's go, we're doing the thing.
Yeah, on the same note, like her saying to Cal, like, hey, I'm gonna help you with this.
Yeah,
Neat.
great.
that,
So it's
that
Honestly,
was so
like-
neat.
that took Cal completely by surprise. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You're like one of the few... I did not expect that from you. Cool. Like, I was not expecting
And
to
it's
be
just
that.
literally like any god shit that's going on, throw me at it.
Yeah,
The
she's
first one didn't
very
work
into it.
out. Let's try it.
Mhm.
Let's try again.
Look,
Take two,
you,
motherfucker.
you basically miss every shot you don't fire, and Anna's just gonna throw out as many as she fucking can.
Yep.
I was like, I'll take an Eldritch Blast on. Yeah, fuck it.
D10 of force damage. I'm already hitting with my axe. You know what? I'm like, Glaive, why not do it with my fucking spells too? But my personal favorite moment, combat after so long is definitely nice, and being able to use the interdicts and popping and that sort of stuff is super cool and everything. But there is just this feeling that I get whenever Lord of Decay shows up to say something to me that is a mix of fear, respect, intimidation,
Attraction.
and a little bit. Actually, a lot of attraction. I'm not gonna lie.
He's hot as fuck.
But when
He's slimy.
when he
he's
showed
not.
up to like
He stinks bad. But
when he
he's
sent
fine.
when
No,
he sent that
he's
message to Anna saying that shit's going down with Zamani, be ready. Inside Anna, there was a lot of confliction, and I'm very excited for that to play out.
If the Decaying Lord contacts Anna or Zamani and you don't instantly feel your throat drop out your asshole, I'm not playing him right.
Also, Des, Raph and I, just on the Lord of Decay thing, Raph and I met, we had a bit of a moment during the session.
I had an idea in mind, like, yeah, sure, it probably is the Decaying Lord that, like, what Zamani's saying, but it could be Arcris. That's just where my mind went. I'm like,
Why not both?
green tiefling in Ravenloft?
I'm like, there's like tieflings all the time of different colors. Like, there's no way. There's definitely a way.
Look, technically for what it is, Arcris, completely like for Jen and Zamani don't realize this is actually Rap's old father for the guy we killed yesterday. But is it one of the Lords of Hell now?
Yeah, so it wouldn't be him. But there was just a brief moment in my mind. Was like,
So,
His
speaking of
brother,
Zamani,
in
though,
law.
and the Decaying Lord, the dynamic duo that is
Jeez.
favorite Zamani moments. This is so hard for me to pick out because I have so many. Today was a good day for bullying Jen. I mean Zamani. My single favorite moment, though, is when you open the door, and I had it be the last time you saw your father, and your reaction to I think you played all your reactions to these visions very, very well. I enjoyed it.
I mean, get your past thrown in your face over and over again. It's gonna be traumatic.
It's the plan. It's traumatized.
yeah. Honestly, it's hard. It's hard to say favorite Zamani moment because there are just so many Zamani moments in this one session alone. Look, favorite Zamani moment for me is favorite Cal moment as well. Is just that whole section of them trying to figure out what's happening, and then the visions kicking in, and then trying to just realize, like, the severity of what exactly has happened to Zamani. Which honestly, I don't know how it's going to exactly go, and how it's going to exactly change things between them. Because it's kind of fucked up.
A little bit fucked up.
A little
Yeah.
fucked up. A little bit.
Just a
Well,
little bit fucked up.
personally, I enjoyed the shared panic between Lord of Decay and Zamani.
Yeah.
They're like sitting there. That's
Right.
fucked up. Yeah, that's fucked up. that was.
Yeah, look, as me and Kate were joking around, he's very angry until he sees who the email was sent by.
Yep.
It's like, this oh, fuck.
Wait, I might be the motherfucker in this situation. Wait a minute.
As
I know.
Kate beautifully put it, you want to sign a prize with that Zamani? Like,
Yeah, my personal favorite Zamani moment is just yeah, as Dad was saying, all of the reactions and how you played off the basically the literal insanity you were experiencing. That was like very well done.
It was very, very well done.
Mine is I don't know how well of a job I did, but like I was trying to portray a level of like vulnerability and fear and uncertainty.
It came
in
across very well.
Zamani That
Yeah.
So like normal Zamani times. Gotcha.
no, like she always like there's like always like a surface level of like shit is where everything else normally is, but there's there's always like an affect that she puts on of like shits together. Today that was gone for her, and that's
So
what I
it's
was
hot
trying
mess
to
day.
portray. Yeah, it was like actually hot mess.
So, what's our favorite? Can't forget our going down around Clark. What's our favorite Mercastio moments? Mine's definitely the the control
wall?
water.
Yeah.
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 The
Can we
control
all
water
just say
they
the
had was
wall
great.
and be done?
The wall,
Yeah.
yeah. Everyone's favorite Mercastio.
I actually have my own personal one.
The vulnerability
when
that you in that one.
Yeah, when Murph was like,
yeah.
"Alright, I got this," Anna, get in there, and Anna's
Actually,
just
I have
like,
another favorite moment.
"Oh fuck."
I like it when Merc went to bed.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
Favorite
not gonna
Palestinian
do when
moments.
she dummy that killed you? Okay, I see.
So,
Favorite cow.
No, favorite. Oh yeah, favorite cow.
Favorite
Yeah,
cow.
favorite cow. I think.
We're all
right,
gonna
you
fight
go.
each other.
No, you can go first.
you go. I immediately thought of something and I want to take it before someone else does.
Okay,
I
go.
liked how protective Cal got over Zamani. Like, no, this is not something you signed up for. Like, you don't know the shit it is. And I feel like I don't want to put like words in Raph's mouth, but I feel like there's also a level of I don't want to say jealousy, but something like, this is my thing. Like, this is my path. When he said that, I'm like, well, there's something there.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. That's actually interesting.
Looks like
I'm
Lord
not
Decay
sure if
isn't
I
the
should
only
say
green
anything
one.
on that. I'm not sure if I should say anything. But no, like it's not jealousy. It's completely not jealousy from Cal. It's. I'll let everyone else continue. I'll come back to my favorite Cal moment, but it's
Come back
definitely
to
not.
this.
It's definitely not jealousy.
I won't steal all the moments. I'll let Cade and Jen go before me.
I got one that I can think of straight off the bat is when Cal woke up, his first reaction wasn't to help his friends. It's more of a, what the fuck are y'all doing here? That was just funny to me.
Yeah, this bitch right there.
Yeah, it's a vision he's had hundreds upon hundreds of times already, and it's gone a certain way by himself, and this time it hasn't, and there's people there like, what the fuck is going on? This is not normal. This is not how it happens. So yeah, it's like is this another part of the dream? Is this actually something that's happening?
Or are they really here?
Yeah, exactly. Which is the part of Cal's character is that is everything even happening?
We're all
Is this
Can
a
I just-
vision?
Can I just ask for a second? Desreal, does that jar of water have a strap around your shoulder like a bag?
It's really
Why?
handy. And it has two. It has a mouthpiece if you don't want to use straw, or has a straw.
Oh my god!
I'm not
this is
cool,
the
we've established
nerdiest,
this.
goofiest.
We've
shit.
established it.
Hold on. Darius said Desreal, and I'm here for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a funny
Israel
thing.
live on stream.
Yes.
No,
Fucking
it's
this
a
this
dope
And not
jar.
that government name. Damn. Anyway, so my favorite cow.
We don't go off topic ever.
No,
I've been using this water bottle for like 3 months as well, and Darius only just noticed it.
Yep.
So my favorite actual moment with Cal was that like Zamani was like, she knew like that he was like there for her, but like to the point of like cool, our conversation is over. Wait, I'm gonna go hunt her down and then flag her down, and then we're gonna have this moment where I go talk to my patron and we're gonna try to work this out. Like the fact, like that level of like, oh no, I will fix the mess that I have made. It's like just like the amount of like 100% like genuine caring, which he's held back from a little bit like the whole time. It was just like, no,
Zamani don't get
fuck my
much.
reservations.
My favorite cow mode. It's difficult. This was just a good session for me bullying Raph as well. I really went in on the warlocks today.
Yeah. But it's like you bullied other people through me as well, which made
Yeah,
me feel
that was the
bad.
plan. That was the plan.
As well as bullying me as well.
I
So it's
think
like,
Double
just
bullying.
two-parter. So first one is just getting to play out the biggest vision Cal goes through most of the time is the moment of death of the Dying God, and actually being able to do that in like a combat afterwards, like seeing the map. I had a lot of fun making that, and I think it was great to see that for Cal come to life. But then I'm gonna say the like almost the moment of like, I'm not alone. Other people have to see this madness for a second. Like, I am not the only crazy person in the room.
Yeah.
And the entire thing was
Does
just like,
Merc
this is
have
just
it?
my day to day. Merc does have it, yeah.
Does Merc have it to the same extent?
No, she did not roll. Merc wisdom
We will
saves?
find out.
Not a nat one.
I was just wondering.
No, you got hit hard with the nat one. But no, I really liked how Cal was like played today. I think your reactions, like from moment of the dream coming through to waking up to like, and almost the point where it's like you were concerned about the shard, but it fell to the wayside while you checked on the group. It's like, you know, that like priorities. Like, even though this is meant to be your biggest priority, you're like, these people are like the ones I gotta look after right now. And I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, which is, I don't know, like Cal for himself, like the whole time along, he's been like, yeah, this is my thing. This is like my burden, as he even said, like, this is my burden to bear. Which he never imagined that, like, it's never before touched upon anyone else. So the moment it does, it's like, excuse me, the fuck? Which is also just for Cal as well. He's, the whole time, I'll say it, like, he's done an excellent job so far of continuously putting on a mask of cognitive sanity and just awareness and being there and present, even through his worst sort of periods of psychosis where he's just seeing shit just around him constantly, being able just to be focused in and very cold and indifferent as part of that. But there's just in this moment, like, breaking out of that and realizing the fact of it's starting to impact other people. Like, Zamani has been drawn into it.
Absolutely. It's definitely impacting. So, I don't know if you guys are going to just yell at me for putting you through this trauma. What are your favorite me moments from DMing today?
I want to steal this one here right away because this is something I've noticed recently. It's I guess, like, the best way of putting it is the multi-level maps, which you've recently been absolutely knocking out of the park just multiple times now, making these maps at different stages, which is fucking fantastic. And this one here, just four parts to it, I think?
Yeah.
Which is insane, doing a 4-part map. I fucking love that. Like, the effort that went into creating that, just... Because, you know, otherwise there's a lot of tormenting me and angry words that will be yelled. So
I'll get them tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, what's even better is like people in the stream, they could get that map for my
Patreon,
Patreon
$10 a month.
You know?
Be up there tomorrow.
Well, I have a moment. As soon as it happened, I knew that I will like it and I will remember it for a while. And that's when the sky in the dream shattered and the bits of the glass with different situations surrounding Kyle starting falling. That's just such a cinematic moment. Like, we all know I'm a slut for good like design, good like creative, like visionary shit. I love that stuff. So I was like, damn, that's cool. That just looks cool.
It was cool as shit until I got cut in half.
It's cool as shit until it does 56 damage to everyone on the ground.
Yeah, I like to imagine Cal just looking up though and just seeing these shards of his life.
Wait,
just falling down
56?
to his- Yeah.
I remember
58.
just 14.
No, that's you.
Thank you. Nah, but I don't know. I love the imagery of just Cal looking up and seeing these shards from like fragments of his life just fall from the sky. Like, that is just such a
Very
beautiful...
anime.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, since mine got taken, I really liked the way that you portrayed the Decaying Lord and getting to see a new side of him. It wasn't this nice, calm, cool, collected archdevil, but like actual concern.
Yeah,
Not,
basically
you know,
the
not for
bigger
his
kid in the
money, but,
playground
like-
came up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. That was gonna be mine as well. Just being able to see Lord of Decay, be like, well, this hasn't got a plan. Ah, fuck.
It's like, should I just? Is it safer for me if I kill her now?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
as was stated earlier, liquidating those assets.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that I am in a position of potential power for him at the moment. Still.
Nadzamani having already accepted her fate.
Yeah, if everyone went, what's your favorite self moment, Des?
Yeah. Des, what is your favorite self moment?
Did Kay get
What
him?
is
He
your
said his
favorite
was
dinner
stolen.
food?
Well, now you gotta do it again.
What?
I said, did Cade get his moment? Because you said yours was stolen.
I mean, I don't really have anything because mine was just gonna be Lord of
That's
Decay's
fair.
interaction with stuff. But yeah, that was just my personal favorite.
Okay, favorite moment. Fuck, you guys have taken a lot of good ones. I'm gonna go the visions Zamani got. Just in general, I really like designing them. I think seeing like the future for Cal and the past for Cal, and then seeing the Decaying Lord as a child begging on the streets is different. Like that's such a like you see him as this archdevil, like just strong and interposing. But like it was something before he was the Decaying Lord.
Everybody was something before.
And I had a lot of fun designing it. Honestly, just the maps, I spent a lot of time getting the music track for Cal's Nightmare Funtime to be ready. That's like 3
I
separate
loved
tracks
it.
that are like hopefully
Yeah.
royalty free. I got them all that said they should be royalty free. I uploaded a clip of it to YouTube to test the copyright thing, but if it's not, fuck me, I guess. But I hope it is. But I put a lot of love into today's session for getting it right. And I think what we got, despite all our massive technical issues, I am happy with.
Yes.
Like, I'll take it.
What
I will
technical
take it.
issues?
Yes,
There was
it's-
none.
Or physical
Okay.
issues.
Woohoo.
Exactly. But no,
I was the physical issues.
no.
Shout out to AJ. May you get better, please.
Yeah, no, I think, God, you guys took really all the best ones. I genuinely think you took the best ones. I love knowing
Even just retread.
what I rolled on that
Yeah.
D100 and Raph not knowing what I rolled on that D100. That makes me happy.
I'm still waiting because like, what if he was misleading? I didn't have a glass crack afterwards, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
Look, you don't know, like, the other thing is, it's, like, the Dying God is also just crazy right now. Like, their mind is shattered, so it's like, say one thing, do another, easily. Or just genuinely could be like, this will help you. Who knows? I'm excited to
Easy
find out.
God, where have we heard that before?
Oof. Yeah. No, that was really good. I really enjoyed the session. I really had a lot of fun, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. But this is the part of the stream where I talk about us as a channel. If you liked what you saw, please consider following us. We're live every Monday and Wednesday right now. Sundays is over. Into Series ended yesterday. It was a lot of fun, but we will have more mini-series coming up. I have plans. I have traumatic plans for many unfortunate guests. Other than that, if you want to support us further than that, if you subscribe to the channel on Twitch or to our Patreon for $5 a month, you get access to our World Anvil, where me and Raph every Wednesday painstakingly add more to it. And there is suddenly in the future, in the next few months, going to be a heap of stuff coming to it. I won't announce too much though, but there's going to be easily doubling, I think, if not more, the content on it. I think, depending on how much of what we want to add gets added. Other than that, if you want to support us further on Patreon, if you like the maps you saw today, as Kate was mentioning, for $10 a month, you get access to all our maps and the backlog of all the maps of all our battle maps. I know when I started out, maps were a big thing for me. I wanted to get right, and if I had a resource, it might have been easier, but instead I put a lot of hours into learning how to make them good, and I think I did a good job. So if you like that, it's $10 a month. Other than that, we've got for $15 a month if you want to see behind the scenes little talks where I do a DM's recap of how I feel everything went and what happened, and if the dying god was lying or not. I do recaps and I talk about those sort of things and what the repercussions for what will come up may happen. That's $15 a month. Other than that, on our Patreon right now, we have a freebie, the College of the Brass Lungs. Myself and Cade designed that. We here are trying to get into more subclass design, race design, sub-race design. That is free until the end of August. After that is locked behind the paywall. It will be $5 a month to access that stuff in the future, but for now, it's free. It would mean the world to us if you went and looked at it. We got Daria. She did the art for it. It's pretty cool. If you like Daria's art, you can find her here. PC. Commissioner. She likes the work. Other than that, we're going to raid out. We're going to go raid Mandari. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.